Hello, and welcome back to AntipoDnD. Yes, we are finally back. Thank you for your patience. I said we'd be back in May, and we just managed to squeeze it in. Would have been a few weeks ago, but then a player remembered they had a wedding to go to, and yeah, life happens. So we are back. I am not Dungeon Master for this evening. We are back for a one-shot, which Doug is running for us. Next week, we will be back to our regular campaign. But until then, I am now handing it straight over to Doug. Please take us away.
Wonderful. Our scene opens on an obsidian tower, standing tall and sinister atop a cliff face plunging down to icy and turbulent waters below. Our camera pans in through a magically tinted window into the tower's stale and deathly silent interior. Whatever dark majesty it may once have announced to all who walked its ominous halls has been replaced by the dour austerity of wartime rationing. Sealed by the powerful magics of its master when the armies of the Golden King finally fought their way here and laid siege 3 years ago, not even the sun has dared intrude on the inner sanctum, where a figure with a long white beard hunches over a desk overflowing with scrolls and arcane diagrams, mumbling and making idle notes in a spellbook. A crooked staff rests on the desk at his side. The last of the tower's protective wards finally flicker and fail, and the sounds of war rush to the master's ears. The clash of steel, the roar of siege engines, and the sharp cracks of more esoteric and arcane manners of death-making. Despite this arcane failure, and despite the sudden unease of his personal guards, the master's movements are unhurried. This spell requires great focus, and nothing can distract him. That is, after all, why he himself is protected by one final layer of his strongest wards. His dry lips part, and the incantation finally begins in earnest. His spell nears completion when the door to his chamber splinters open with a loud crack. Standing in the doorway is Paladin Delatra Jorreeve, your captain. A handsome and tall Leonin woman, clad in the radiant golden armor you've followed into hundreds of battles and filled with the confidence of a veteran of years of magical warfare. Your time has come, Zugu, she proclaims, invested with the full authority and judgment of the Golden King to whom you are sworn, and the wizard's bodyguards move to intercept. Everybody, roll initiative.
Ooh, an initiative. Oh, yeah. Yo, with advantage and everything.
24.
And I got a 5.
Crap, I never play. Where's the initiative on this sheet?
9. It's
Next to the armor
Next to your armor class.
Next to your armor class.
Thank you.
Under proficiency. Yeah.
Next to your armor class, they chorused.
Where's the
Speaking
armor
of,
class?
DM, where's the roll initiative for monsters?
Are you using the encounter?
I am using the encounter builder. It should have rolled for me, but it's given everyone 0.
They don't want part of this. They took one look at us.
Okay,
Yeah,
I normally actually roll for monsters
That's right. I will manually enter.
in Foundry.
I know how to use it. Let me get in there. April does this.
If you haven't started it, there should be auto-rolled
think you have
initiative
to-
buttons.
You also have to I think you have to highlight whatever characters as well. You have to click them.
Yeah. Okay, we've got everybody set there. Yep.
Yeah, if you haven't started the encounter yet, then it has the roll initiative.
There we go. Auto roll initiative. There it is. Okay, cool. Okay, I had it preloaded and I was too quick off the mark. So combat has begun. Delatra, your captain, paladin, our Leonin hero, flies forwards to engage with a dark armored captain of Zugu's guard, and she will be busy doing that, so I don't have to roll any dice for her for the next little while. First off the stack in initiative order, though, we have.
Excuse me.
Do we have a initiative stack that we can view, or is it just you?
Just me for this one, I'm afraid.
Okay, so how many dudes have we
That's
got?
with
Sorry,
the
yes.
Theatre of the Mind.
So, you guys are about to burst into a room that contains 2 big, beefy gladiator types armed with a wide array of close combat weapons.
Yep.
A thin, reedy, absolutely trustworthy court eunuch type with a magic staff who looks like they're probably going to sling some spells. And a death wolf, which is basically a giant werewolf type critter.
Times werewolf. Okay.
Yes.
They all sound big.
First
they're the-
pencil under my
They're the final
hand.
line of defense for our evil wizard person, so they're
Cool.
big and
Right.
scary.
Trying to
But
remind myself that we haven't spent 3 years getting to this point.
yes, correct. Yeah, that's right. You have shortcut to level 20, which I should say for posterity on air as well. All of our characters are level 20 because I said build at level 20. Let's have fun. Blood,
all of us
you
except
are
all of us
first.
except the wizard Leica went.
Yes. Okay. So you see a 6-foot of very, very pale moon elf kind of blur into the scene. She has long, sort of black blue hair. She is dressed in this kind of diaphanous, like very, very classy smock. Full coverage, but so drapey. And she's bearing a quarterstaff. And she will just I don't even know which one of these big lads to go for. So let's take one of
The
the
wizard is being
gladiators.
screened
or-
out by the gladiators and the death wolf, as you might expect. They're not idiots. They have deployed in a protect the wizard style formation, so all the other guys are out the
Yep.
front.
Classic.
Yeah. So I guess I would go for one of the big beefy guardians. You may choose me one.
Perfect. I will give you a gladiator.
Thank you.
Success.
At the start of and we're now in combat, right?
You've got a huge movement, so that's all fine. You will definitely get in through the door and to where you want to be. It's a small room and you're a
Yeah,
fast monk.
I have 60 feet of walking speed.
Correct.
You ain't walking.
I will expend 3 focus points to cast what's it called? Superior Defense, which gives me resistance to all damage except for force for 1 minute. Can I start with my bonus action flurry of blows, or do I have to attack first?
There's no reason you couldn't bonus action then action.
Yeah, I would like to bonus action spend 1 focus point to make 3 unarmed strikes on this personage. So first one is
Probably need like some combat music.
23 to hit.
23 will strike this gladiator in a sexily unarmored section of his body.
Oh, he's got the
He-
bikini armor on. The poor bastard.
I mean, they're
course.
gladiators, right?
He's high level. Of course, he's got bikini
yeah,
armor on.
yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
He will take 17 damage on the first hit.
Yep. Is that any particular kind of damage?
That's force, I think? Bludgeoning.
Flurry of blows is probably bludgeoning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you can flip it to
bludgeoning.
force though if you want, depending on your monk class. But carry on.
Not this one.
Okay, cool.
I will cast 19 for the second hit.
That will also hit.
Okay, that will give him 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
Does 15 hit him for the third one?
A 15 will not. He catches it on his small buckler of a shield and deflects it.
Excellent.
gonna say something
I am also going to cast Quivering Palm, which is going to
Yep.
cause him to do
Ooh.
tiny vibrations,
Scary.
which
That's a
will
scary
just
one.
chill for now.
Yep,
I will
cool. He
also
starts
give
vibrating in place.
him. He also has to make a what is it? What is some fucking check?
Like a
Where
magic
did it go? I'm trying to cast Topple on him.
Whoops.
bullet.
I
Sorry,
keep saying
I didn't mean to
cast.
cast
I'm not casting anything. I'm just a monk. I'm
Oh,
just
you're
hitting.
casting
cast-
this.
you can
You're,
cast
you're
fists
casting
and bubble.
hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cast hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
I cast hands. What is the DC on this one? Oh, it's
Not
my
that
features and
hands,
traits,
the healy
that's
one.
why.
The other hands.
Unhealing hands.
Unhealing hands, yeah.
Unhealing hands. Yes. Where did you go, motherfucker? Anyway, he has to
When you
make
hit a
like
creature with an
dex
attack,
save?
DC 19 dex save.
Yeah.
I can see from your character sheet. So
Thank you. Can't remember where I put it.
He rolls a 15, so he will be prone.
Yeah,
You
so
have
he's
punched his
prone.
legs out from under him.
I'm gonna hit him with my
My
quarterstaff
legs!
now.
She punched out both my legs.
Perfect. You have advantage because he's on the ground.
Fantastic. So I rolled 31.
Would you believe a 31
Yeah,
hit?
31. Shocking.
Maybe.
Well, at level
Well, this
20, you
isn't
never know.
Pathfinder.
And he takes 19 bludgeoning damage on that one, and I'm gonna blink away from him, because I can do that after I take an action.
Yo, I nearly took that one.
Are you blinking like
Oh.
into cover or just away?
I'm into cover, yes, thank you.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So down behind a toppled pillar or something.
Also, I'd love to announce that I like monks.
Monks are great.
Monks are
I'm a
fabulous.
huge monk fan.
It is that gladiator's turn. He's not entirely sure what has just hit him, but he will stumble to his feet. There's no way he's going to catch you having blinked. What's the range on blink?
I think 30 feet.
Yeah, so if he half moves, he's never going to catch you.
It's not Dash of the Wind. It's literally one of my epic thingy-majiggies. Blink, 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 blink. Yeah, let's say 30 feet.
Yeah, cool. So yes, in that case, then he's going to really groggily get to his feet, pull one of the javelins that he's got on his back, and huck that at you.
Nice.
Yes,
Good.
blink is 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see.
Thank you. As I said, like, I read it all earlier, but I have forgotten where all of it currently lives.
It's hard, yeah. It's level 20 is a lot.
It's such a long list.
26 to hit?
Yes, that will hit, but I can also evade.
No, dodge that shit. Dodge that shit.
Yes, please figure that out.
I think I can half that. Motherfucker, where are
It'll
you?
be 15 damage.
If it hits.
If it hits, yes.
I should be able to search keywords. Dungeons and Dragons, take a note. Look, I'll take 15 damage, and if I can find where it says, I'll just fix it.
You've
I
got.
can't figure it out. I'll just take the damage. My
You've
God.
got deflect attacks.
That's level
Oh, yeah,
20 though,
that.
isn't it?
So
Yeah.
when an attack that induces bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing, which this one will, you can reduce the attack's total. Reduce the attack's total damage by 1d10 plus 25.
Oh yeah, I would like to do that.
Cool.
Sorry,
if you reduce
what?
it to 1d10 plus 25, so I really do
Okay, I did hear that,
need
right,
something a
okay.
bit bigger to throw at you. If you reduce the damage to 0 via deflect attacks, which you've done, congratulations, you can expend a focus point to redirect some of the force to another target within 60 feet.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Cool. 2d12 plus 5 of the same damage type. Back at me then.
Yeah. 2d12. Where's my 12s? Roll.
Apparently I'm Urskar Creed. I've got 3
That is
things,
14
4 things
plus
called Tactic
5.
and Master.
So 19 damage.
I also have a
So-
cool thing where I can get back my focus points a lot.
Wonderful. So yes, you successfully deflect this javelin. You catch it in midair. It swings around you, and you retain the momentum and sink it straight back into his thigh. He's very unhappy about that. Is that a reaction for you, or is that
Yeah, it's reaction.
cool? He's going to throw a second one at you
Oh,
because you don't have a
okay.
reaction
Well,
anymore.
I can't. No, I can't do it again.
For a 23 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
inflicting 10 spear damage, and there's a javelin in you.
Okay, cool. Evasion's only if I take a dex saving throw. So cool, I
Yep.
take that. So was it 10?
10, please.
Aight.
That gladiator, by the way, it will surprise none of you to know, bloodied. Having just been punched a lot and hit by his own fucking javelin. Next in the initiative stack, coming into a severely wounded gladiator who is very very unsteady on his feet. His buddy, who's starting to look over at him a bit cautiously, a healer and a death wolf, is Malice.
Okay. Malice looks uncannily like Salmi from the other game, but older. She is in her 40s, mid-40s now. So she is a half-elf, small, platinum blonde hair, short platinum blonde hair, but dressed in black, very much going with the cleric of twilight and shadow vibe. So she is going to move into range so that she's within 120 feet, and she's going to cast Moonbeam and try to catch as many opponents as possible.
Yep. I'll give
So-
you 2.
Okay. I would like to get spellcasters rather than burly folk.
Yes. Okay. So you can catch the caster and the wolf, or like the gladiator. And so the wolf is kind of central to the formation, and then the
Okay.
gladiators and the wizard are on the spokes out from there. So, what's the range? What's the diameter on a moonbeam again? I can't remember.
It's a
I know you
5,
just said it.
yeah, 5
Yeah,
foot
thank you.
radius, so 20
Okay,
foot.
so 10 foot.
Yeah.
20 foot round. Yeah, yeah. So, yep, that's fine. You'll catch the wizard and the wolf.
Okay, so they need to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Con save for the wizard, you say?
Yes.
Famously, they're very good at it.
Wizard rolled a 7,
Okay, that's a fail,
which, yeah, I suspect is probably a fail.
and I'm
Just double checking it doesn't have anything that's like is immune to anything that requires a con save. No. And the wolf. Con save, you say?
The wolf will probably do all right at that.
Wizard wolf also rolls a 7 because it rolled low.
okay.
So it's going to burn a legendary resistance.
Lad.
Oh,
Is it a
okay.
werewolf or a death wolf? What is it?
Death wolf.
Death wolf.
Death wolf.
Okay, so he's not a werewolf of any sort.
Yeah, correct. Not immune to non-magic and silver and stuff.
Okay.
No, more like his moonbeam forces
Oh, actually,
shapeshift
hang on. Sorry.
change back. Yeah.
Let me quickly double check.
Sorry, I just
There's a
remembered that
little
I'm
boy under
currently
there.
resistant to the damage I just got from the javelin. What does that do to it?
Oh, that would half the damage, so you'd only take 5.
Hey, let me give 5 back to
so-
myself.
Very quickly, Death Wolf was a werewolf, died as a werewolf, has been brought back.
Oh.
Okay, so
So it's
probably
undead.
not
That's very
possible for him to.
hardcore.
Okay, so
Correct.
he's undead.
So,
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
correct.
Okay. So the one who the Death Wolf chooses to save. Yes.
Yes, chooses to succeed. Yeah.
Okay, so they only take half damage. I'm boosting this to 5th level Moonbeam for 5d10.
Yeah, let's do it.
What? 18 points of radiant damage. It's a 10 plus a 2, a 3, a 2, and a 1.
Wolf.
Oh. Oh, jeez.
Calm down, roll 20. It's not even roll 20.
Yep. Cool.
And I just quickly check. Nobody's badly injured, are they?
Not yet. Well, except the gladiator.
No, yeah, that's right. You can
Yeah.
heal the gladiator if you'd really like. He's looking a bit rough.
Yeah. Poor guy. He's definitely having an day.
Is it dim light in here?
No, once the magical wards had failed, sunlight has poured in, and
Okay.
you guys are rolling in with the sunlight to bring justice to this evil wizard.
Yeah, the cleric of Twilight isn't too happy about that, but never mind. That's the end of Malice's turn.
Perfect. Well, it's the wizard's turn. The wizard doesn't love that there's been a bit of damage going around. Does he have to do anything when he starts in the moonbeam, or is it just if he finishes it?
I think it's just if he finishes. Assume that he's not taking any damage and take your turn. I'll just double check the description.
He's going to take a big step backwards.
Yay,
Out of the moonbeam.
The Kabbalistic backstep.
And then is going to. Yes. Cool. Push his hands together and mass cure wounds. The
Counter
team.
spell. No, he's not. Counter spell.
All right. What level do you have to start rolling if it's counterspell?
So I choose what level I want to do it at. I want to
Yes.
do it at 6th level. And if it's the same level or above, I beat him. If it's below, we have to do a roll off.
Cool. His magic fizzles.
He just did.
From around the corner. Counterspell.
Yeah.
And the magic dissipates. Cool.
I'm hearing that as like objection.
Yeah, exactly right.
Pretty much. And you can like count. I mean, you can counterspell with counterspell, and we'd have to have a roll off, but it's up to you.
He sure
I don't
can't.
mind
Doesn't have
helping
that
you.
particular spell prepared.
He didn't get
So-
counterspell.
Nope.
Oh, jeez.
The boss normally does all the magic bullshit. I'm just here to heal.
Ah, okay.
But the boss is kind of
poor
busy.
guy.
I'm
sorry,
now the
bud.
magic, and the magic
Aggressive
is weak.
healing guy.
So
That's
he's
rough.
just taken a step backwards, started a spell. It's dissipated on his fingertips, and he's just going to look real disappointed. And
Aw.
with that grand declaration, Wilhelmina, it is your turn.
Oh shit, that's me. Sorry.
Presumably striding in, having successfully countered a spell on the way in.
Yeah, walked in the door
With
and
full
counterspelled.
drama.
Badass.
Yep.
So you see, this is Wilhelmina von Grimmelhausen. She is a high elf of about 700, 800 years old. She's dressed in Edwardian finery, so a very thin silhouette, super high neck, a hat on her head adorned with skulls and small flowers, and a very long skirt that's just trailing the ground.
Mhm.
And she will. So it's the wounded gladiator, the wizard's wounded,
The wolf is wounded
Death
a little bit,
death puppy's wounded, and the other gladiator isn't wounded.
and the other gladiator is fine. They're just standing there having watched moonlight descend and crisp the wizard, and someone walked in and just punched the shit out of his mate. And he's not quite sure how to handle that at this point.
I hate to ask, but how big is the room?
Oh dear.
Not huge. It's like the inner chambers of it's a courtroom, but you're all in a corner of it.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Do it.
Do not set
I'm not gonna
the whole
fireball. I'm
room
not
on
a.
fire?
Do it.
No, I'm not a thingy wizard. I'm not a thingy wizard. You
Not
don't
the war
die.
wizard, the spell shaper.
I'm not a spell shaper. No, I'm a necromancer. I was hoping someone would die by now so I could raise their body, but kind of
Give
cold
it
it is,
more
baby.
than one round.
I would like to cast Cone of Cold. Can I hit all of them? It's a 60-foot cone.
It would be hard for you not to hit most of them.
Cool.
Let me
Gonna
roll
do
a
that.
die and see how far back the wizard went.
60-foot cone. Yeah.
Probably not far enough. Off you go.
So it's a con save of 19.
Con save of 19, you say?
Yes.
Well, the injured gladiator rolls a 16.
Ooh, got him,
The wizard rolls a 3.
buddy.
The other gladiator rolls an 18, which is not quite enough.
Damn.
And the death wolf rolls an 8, so it will burn its second legendary resistance to just pass.
Okay, all right. So 88 cold damage to everyone who failed, and
Mhm.
my phone is covering 31 points of cold damage.
Ow.
Anyone who dies becomes a frozen statue,
And half of that for the wolf, right?
and half of that for the wolf. So you see her crush a piece of glass, and then kind of cold.
The gladiators all raise their shields. The death wolf just kind of leans into it and grits its teeth, and they're all fine. And then they cast a backwards glance to their healer to make sure that they're still there and able to, keep them alive for this fight that's about to happen. And there is an iced statue of a court vizier standing at the back, still looking in disbelief at his fizzling fingertips.
Oh, honey. All right, that's
Your wizard, the other wizard, is dead.
You annihilated
I am-
that guy.
I am
Just
very wizard.
emotionally, physically.
Mhm.
I have no bonus action, so I'm finished. I will stand out of harm's way. I will go behind the largest character.
Cool. That being the case, it's now the death wolf's turn. So it's going to swing at. First thing it's going to do is it's going to lock eyes with Blood.
Yo.
Blood,
And
can
do
you
these ones?
please roll a? I mean, basically, right? The eyes will glow red with the smoldering heat of a creature that has been cursed, died, and brought back to cursed unlife. Can you go ahead and make an intelligence saving throw for me?
Oh no, my one weakness. Oh, good. 26.
Wow.
Cool. Nothing happens. The
Yeah,
wolf then
his
jumps on.
horrifying stare will be met by just the cool, nonplussed
Yeah.
blue gaze of someone who is so chill.
Absolutely. Yes. You're a moon elf, right?
She's a moon elf, and she may
Yep.
have a little keep cup of like chamomile tea.
Yeah, exactly. You've just stared down a death wolf and been like, meh.
Oh,
The wolf is
Nana's having
then.
tea. I love it.
The wolf is then going to jump on Malice and attack.
Hey.
So let's jump back into the combat tracker so that I can do that. 21.
Hits.
Let's do 9 slashing damage and 3 necrotic.
Done.
Second attack then. It's only a 12. I don't think that's going to hit a
Nope.
level 20 character.
Scrapes down my plate armor.
Yep. And that will be the death wolf at this point. Which means it is time for Omar to step into the ring. What do we see as Omar's initiative kicks
Ooh.
off?
I'm just going to do a concentration check.
Yes.
So we've got Willowy Elf 1, Willowy Elf 2, kind of slender half elf, and then we've got ex-Viking tower muscle mama.
Yeah.
Omar is clearly has been very large and very muscular in the past. She's possibly not so much at the moment, but she's still pretty large. She's human. She got long white hair with the big fat braids down the front, and she's got she's got the armor and the plate and everything, but then like the jerkin and everything, like where it's quilted, except you can tell that is like English paper piecing she's done, not just quilting like a padded jacket. There's hexagons going on. And she's got this ridiculous, enormous buster sword that she's got no right to have the strength to lift, but she absolutely is lifting. She arrives on the scene. There's a gladiator standing there, and she wishes to delete him.
The damage one or the more healthy one at this point?
She's gonna go for the healthy one.
Okay, cool. Yes. So storming across the room into the damaged gladiator, into the more healthy gladiator.
Yeah. Alrighty. So well, this is my first time steering a fighter, and especially at this level, but I guess that I hit the guy.
A good default when you're a fighter is roll sword.
Yeah. Well, I roll sword. Does a 19 hit this fella?
A 19 will hit.
Absolutely grand. Now I have no idea what I can do as fancy things, so I'm gonna do the not fancy thing first and just roll the damage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's my plan there for a total of 17.
It cuts across the thick meat of his belly, and he bleeds in a crowd-pleasing manner, being
Now-
a gladiator.
You get
Yeah. It's very artsy.
you get 4 attacks per action, so you can hit him 3 more times.
Okay. Do I roll damage every time? Like roll to
Yes.
hit
And you
every
get
time?
2 actions,
Yep.
right? So
Roll
it's
to
4
hit.
attacks per action with 2 actions. So
Uh,
8
if-
So I've
attacks.
got eight attacks.
If you choose to, what is it, action surge?
Action surge.
Yeah.
Action surge is
Yeah,
the
but-
combat.
then I get to do it all again,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
But yeah, 3
And
This is
more.
what Duncan will
you've got
be one day.
3 more attacks, and
Yeah.
we'll
Yes.
see if you need more.
Yeah. Well, that one's an 18. Does 18 hit?
An 18 would hit, but his combat training kicks in, and he deflects it with his shield right at the last moment.
Yo,
you missed.
bonk. Okay. Hang on a
Got a
minute. Does that
duel.
count as a miss?
Yes.
If your attack roll with a greatsword misses a creature, you can deal damage to it equal to the ability modifier used to make the attack.
That's right. Yes, because
Dang
you've
it.
got
Right.
you've got weapon
Um,
mastery on the thing. Yeah,
So
yeah.
the ability for that is what?
Strength?
Sorry.
Strength? Yeah,
You smear.
I assume.
So I've got. Are you getting catted, or is that just falling down?
No, I caught my foot on the cord.
Oh, I see.
Don't
So-
talk about it. Don't draw attention to it.
So I think that means you get
God
6.
damn it.
You deal
Yes.
6 points of free damage, essentially, even though you
Okay,
missed.
all right, yeah. So 6 extra points to that guy, even though I missed.
Yep.
So now that was 2. So we'll roll
Yep.
a third
Jesus.
one. I think a 25 probably hits him.
25 will hit.
Yeah. For 14 damage.
Yep.
So that's 3 attacks. And so the fourth one, a 28.
28 will also hit.
For 17 damage.
Yep.
How many pieces is he in?
He is bloodied significantly.
Okay. All right.
The crowd is going wild. They're throwing loaves of bread into the arena. He's
Yup.
declaring his love for a particular brand of olive oil. It's great.
Yeah, there's people doing thumbs up season, all
Mhm.
that kind of thing. So
Caesar is
you
watching.
said that there were 4 attacks, and then
And then you can use an action surge and do it all again.
Yep. Action surge is in
Right.
your other tab of actions. And you can
it's
do
also
it.
like down the bottom here. There it is.
Yeah, you can
On
do
your
it.
turn, you can take one
You've got 2.
additional action. Yeah. Sure. Let's do that. Cool. So roll a hit again. That's a natty 1 for a 16,
That will miss.
which misses, so he takes 6 damage.
Takes 6 damage indeed.
I could get the hang of this.
Yeah, see? Fighters are easy.
Fighters are
You
fun.
can
Fighters are
I
great.
hit it. I hit it again. I hit it again.
Yeah, I hit again. I hit again. So 33.
33 will hit. Please roll your damage.
For somebody saying something on Discord, 19 damage.
Yep.
It was momentarily in front of my damage readout. How
His
dare!
wife hangs by a thread in front of Omar's giant buster sword.
Yep, and we're just gonna do the fancy limit break thing, and it goes whoosh because that was a 26.
That definitely hit.
And he takes 20 damage.
Would you believe he's dead? How do you
Yep,
finish this
so-
gladiator off?
Yeah, that's one of
Dead
those
is
Final
dead.
Fantasy things where it goes, and I'm like, no, and yep,
Don't fuck
massive
him up
Two
too bad.
neat-
sky-splitting cleave into
2 neat
yeah,
halves of a gladiator fall
yep.
to the floor.
Except not terribly neat because I was
No, it's a bit rough.
got a bit nuts there, but anyway, yeah. So that's man down,
Now,
and that's
Man
my
down.
turn.
well, it's generally a faux pas to ask the dungeon master how many hit points an enemy has. I really want to know how many hit points we just wiped off before the end of the first turn.
Oh, yeah.
So
lot.
I'm just going to tell you anyway because the other gladiator doesn't have a ton of health left. They're 112 health each. The spellcaster is 49. Was 49, I should say.
Yeah.
And the Death Wolf is an indeterminate number that you'll have to deal with before this fight is over.
That's
on
fine.
account of the fact that it's still
I was
kind
just-
of okay.
I just wanted to know how much gladiator we took down just then.
So yeah, you've taken out 99 of the other guy's hit points. So that's like just a bit over 200, 220-ish. Just in gladiator
Fun.
damage. Perfect. Well done. Level 20. Welcome. Enjoy.
Yay.
We hope you like your stay.
I
Cool.
love
Well,
it,
it's that
yeah.
gladiator's turn now. So that gladiator who was like, "Oh, my buddy's in trouble. I should go over and help." Now kind of erupts blood from a few ruptured vessels that are kind of still pumping around the body, and it's Blood's turn.
Blood would like to cease quivering palm,
Yep.
which means he must take 10 d12s of force damage.
Fuck. Okay.
So I'm
Off you
gonna
go.
roll
Covering
it
palm is so nasty.
Roll it. Let's find out.
under the sort of just implication that he might just explode.
Correct. That seems likely. All ones, and he's probably okay. You did not roll all ones.
71?
He had 13 hit points left. So that
I'm
gladiator
so
turns
sorry
around,
to
sees his
Wilhelmina.
mate split,
but-
and then goes,
That's a, well,
Oh.
I'm not gonna. Oh, I can't bring that back. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it's
Can't-
like
can't
when
animate
when those
haste.
bees swarm and quiver over those wasps.
Mhm.
and like just
Bad naughty
irradiates
wasps
it.
going to the b-ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I assume
Um,
that's like just a bonus action or whatever. So what else you got?
No, that was an action, but
Okay.
I can take my bonus action and hit the wolf 3 times.
That is
So-
true. So you're going to Flurry of Blows the wolf?
I would like to flurry of blows the wolf, please.
Okay.
That's a focus action.
Before you make your first attack, make a wisdom save for me.
Sure.
Interesting.
22.
Spooky wolf.
You pass.
Are you in the moonbeam? No, they moved.
No, the wolf moved out.
Oh, the moonbeam
We
was
got one
fizzled,
Alice.
by the way. I got a 1 and
Oh,
I had advantage on the
Failed the
concentration check
you
and
did. That's
rolled a
it. Oh,
1
you
and a
looked angry, yeah.
5.
Jesus.
Um,
Is that
bum,
with Warcaster?
bum.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh,
All right.
rough, buddy.
Roll your first attack, and then as part of that, locking eyes with you again, it's going to take a claw attack at you in response. So
Oh, neat. First attack is gonna be a miss, I assume. It's 14.
14 will indeed miss. So now the wolf is going to claw back at you. 13 also misses, I
No.
think. Yeah, you sidestep
They're just
gracefully.
sort of flapping at each other.
Angry Beavers slap fight.
Yeah. Okay. Second attack is 27.
That will hit.
That is 11 points of bludgeoning damage. I do have the thing that lets me change it to force damage, but
Nah.
I have no reason to do that, I think.
Not a ton. You punch it. The body has a surprising amount of give for something that has claws quite that big, but it's probably because it's
Interesting.
already dead.
Oh, right, and it's gross.
Squeaky.
Cool. And then 27 to hit the third time,
You hit again.
and it takes 11 points of damage and has to roll a dexterity save,
A dex save, you say?
I think, against
Fuck
being
off!
prone.
What is with this wolf? It rolled a 10 total. By rolling a
damn.
2
prone,
on the die.
honey.
So
Yeah, it's prone.
yes, cool. Death wolf is knocked prone.
Yeah, and then I guess because it is prone, I will take a few steps backwards. I'll probably move back, wander off about 15 feet.
Yep. And I've already
myself
used my
out of
reaction on that imposing
Slacky.
slash. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else, Blood?
Nah, I'm good.
Malice, over to you.
Is the second gladiator still standing?
No, they are both dead.
Oh, so it's just
It
the
is
wolf.
just the wolf.
Just the
Yep.
wolf.
One is paste and one is body.
Uh,
Yeah, one is
one
bits
is-
and one is aerosol.
Body. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pink mist.
Mhm.
I have a feeling the wolf.
Well, if he's undead, he's going to be.
Yeah,
radiant.
I was thinking Toll the Dead, but that does necrotic damage. Probably a bad idea. So I'm going to Sacred Flame.
Probably resistant.
Yeah.
Mm.
So Sacred
Probably.
Flame, dexterity saving throw, please.
Let's do that then. That's another 2 on the deck save for a total of 10.
That's a fail.
Jeez.
This wolf is not having a good day. I was
kidding.
resurrected for this.
22,
He doesn't want to be here anymore.
22
No,
points of
He's
radiant
about
damage.
to not be here anymore. It's fine.
Whatever
Okay, good.
peasant like farmer became the death wolf the first time around is just like, I am so done with this shit.
Yeah.
Cool. Easy. Death wolf has taken some damage. Was there anything else out of Sacred
Cool.
Flame?
Oh, that Tom was at second flame. Oh, don't we have advantage on the next attack?
No, that's
Oh,
guiding bolt.
My bad. That's guiding bolt. My bad. It's
Yep.
been a long time since I played D&D.
Uh,
Weeks.
I think that's all I can do. So that's my turn. Unless anybody needs healing.
Mm-mm.
Nah.
No. Cool, my
that
turn.
looks okay. Wilhelmina, it is your turn.
I would like to cast Chill Touch at the wolf. Wait a minute.
Cool. Is that a touch attack?
Does that do necrotic?
No, it's not. It is necrotic. I'm not going to do it, but it's not a touch attack. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah,
It's got 120 foot range.
Okay, so it's long finger of death. Yeah.
You basically summon a skeletal hand and it goes
Yeah.
and touches someone.
Perfect.
I'm not going to do that. Instead, I am going to cast Frostbite.
Okay. What's it
Can you
rolling?
make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Sure can't. That's a 10 total.
Jeez, man, this wolf. 46 cold damage. Oh, I rolled it. Ooh, that's actually 15 points of cold damage.
15 points.
And he has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
I would like you all to know, as much as we don't ask the DM how much health a monster has left, it has a nice amount of health left.
Ah,
Does
Nice.
it?
Anyway,
Okay.
but it's now the
Yeah, you
wolf's
gotta
turn.
say that.
Yeah.
What's
And
the
I
range
have
on Frostbite?
moved back. On what? On
Frostbite?
Frostbite? No, Ray of Frost, not Frostbite. No, it was Frostbite. You're right.
No,
60
yeah.
feet. I'm nowhere near that.
And now you're moving back, so you're well and truly away.
Drop it behind.
Malice has also walked away from. Sorry, no, Malice hasn't, right?
Let me just check what the range of.
Because it was on you, so
That's
Well,
right.
that's pretty far
Can-
if I
Yes,
remember.
I'm not going to give it an attack of opportunity, so I am
Yeah,
still
yeah.
within range. My armor class is pretty good.
So the wolf's going to stand up and just absolutely lay into Malice. Again.
Okay.
We're going to start with a claw with disadvantage from
Is that a
Frostbite.
weapon? Is a claw a weapon? Yeah, disadvantage.
Yeah. So I'm rolling with disadvantage for
Yeah.
26 with disadvantage.
Hits.
Sorry, bud.
Go ahead and take 9 slashing damage and 7 necrotic damage.
Taken.
Unhygienic.
Second claw attack is a 17 total, which will miss, I think.
Misses.
And then third attack will be the bite. Fuck, also a 17. This wolf does not want to live anymore, or unlive anymore. 17 will miss as well.
Yep. The teeth just clamp around the shield, and Malice shakes it off.
Yep, and the thing that Blood so callously disregarded does not recharge. This wolf is rolling low all day, every
He's not
day.
happy. Oh, puppy.
Omar, it is your turn. There is a damaged death wolf that is now stood up and is laying into Malice
Alrighty.
with, lackluster and like enthusiasm at this point. It's like,
Yeah, it's just kind of sighing and going,
not in it for the love of the game.
failed. Okay, well, I'm just gonna try and hit the guy.
Great call.
Yeah,
Cast
27.
27 will hit the wolf.
Yep. Alrighty, we're doing that big lead in, swishy swing. 16.
Mhm.
Alrighty, so next roll 21. So he
that'll
takes
hit, sorry.
19.
Yep.
Does 18 hit him?
18 will indeed hit.
Cool. 21 damage.
Basically, a natty 1 is the only thing that's going to miss him at this point, I think. If you were a
Okay.
fighter. But we'll see what you roll.
I'm about to say, why would you say that? 29 to hit.
29 will
last
hit.
One. Oh, Snake Eyes on the damage though, so 11 total.
Cool. The death wolf lives. Its eyes fleetingly looking at you to action surge and put it out of its misery.
Jesus Christ.
I've only got 2 action surges,
These
and I am
saddest
kind of
puppy
trying
dog
to...
eyes that you have ever seen set into the grisliest wolf visage that you have ever seen.
Yeah. Oh man. And I don't know how. Yeah, I mean. Wait, hang on a minute. Oh,
You get your
that's a
action
health
surge,
second
surges
wind
back on a
thing.
short rest.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's do it. Sure. I got the Final Fantasy combat music going in the background. This is epic AF. I
You
use
hit.
that word. Yep. 16.
It had 2 left.
Yep. Well, hang on a minute. Let's see how far I overkill.
She's still hitting
15.
it. It just keeps
You coulda
rolling.
kicked this guy.
Yeah.
And stay
Popped him
dead.
on the nose.
Yep.
Yeah.
18.
Well-
That ought to put him back in the ground real good.
Yeah, I assume that we've now sufficiently hacked this death wolf to pieces that whatever like trapped soul inside has like been freed forever. And then no one could
three,
possibly put
three
this fucking thing back
reincarnations
together.
in a row.
Yeah.
So I can't bring it back to make it suffer longer.
I
Yikes.
mean,
I'm a necromancer.
It's
Do what I want.
yeah,
got-
but you're not a bastard.
You've got
are
2 gladiators
Yeah, I
there.
never said I was nice.
Okay.
I've got one
As-
gladiator, one's paced.
as this death wolf kind of collapses into pieces under an onslaught of Buster Sword slashes, Captain Jory finally overcomes the captain of Zugu's guard that she was fighting with. His gloss black armor is rent open in all sorts of places. His viciously curved greatsword is on the ground by his side as she plants the final hit with her giant two-handed mace. And the battle is over. Having said that, the battle with the guards has been won, but valuable time has been lost. The wizard, Zugu the Twisted, dark architect of this entire miserable war, has completed his spell.
No.
Dark energy manifests around his frame, threatening to consume you, the tower, the whole world, perhaps.
April ruined the DM's day with a counterspell.
I don't know if I can counterspell that one.
And then you wake up.
What?
It's the day before the big assault.
Oh no.
The memory of battle begins to fade like a dream. Everyone gets a free long rest.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay, the Final Fantasy victory theme just came on in full orchestral glory in this playlist. Your timing, sir, impeccable.
Perfect. Excellent.
Can we
So-
can we take a little bathroom break real quick?
Absolutely. Let's stop for a break there then. You have just woken, and you know it's the day before the big fight.
Okay.
Okay, we are taking a break. We will be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Bye. we are back, and we are rested, and I'm handing it straight back to Doug. Take us away.
Perfect. You have just woken up. The memory of battle fades like a dream. Captain Jorreeve is standing at the entrance to your tent, clad in that gloss black armor that you followed into 100 battles, and her customary wry smile playing across the edges of her scarred and powerful snout. You lot didn't sleep in, did you? She says, come on, we'll miss the briefing. And then she's gone. What do you do?
So we still remember the battle, right? Or do we have?
Yeah.
Mm.
No. It's
Yeah.
dreamlike at this point, but you do remember there was a very sad pair of eyes somewhere in there.
Malice looks around, and knowing that these are her friends and they've been through a lot of really weird adventures together, the first thing she asks is, okay, did anyone else just have a dream where we finish this fight?
Yes, I remember.
Oh, funny you
But
should
it feels
ask that.
distant.
There was something about someone exploding.
I remember a visit. And a sad pair of eyes on some sort of dog.
That's weird, right?
Hey, what's weird?
In my arcane knowledge of a 600-year-old elf, have I heard of anything like this before? Some sort of shared dream?
Arcana check. Roll a die. Let's see what you know.
Not very good. 17.
17. I mean, there are certainly... This is probably not the first dreamscape you may have shared at some point in your adventures. Dreamscapes occasionally happen. Fey nonsense, random bullshit. One time there was a little bit of time travel involved. But
surely we have no scope for normal left.
yeah, right? Like, you guys have been on enough adventures to make you level 20 monsters. But
Malice,
it has...
Malice took some...
killed so many civilians by...
Malice took some scratches from the wolf, so Malice is checking her body to see if those scars are there.
Ooh, roll me a medicine.
Blood is making...
She probably already has, 50 other scars.
Yeah,
17.
that's kind of the thing, right? The crisscross of other scars, and... Well, that's true. 17, nothing that you can discern that's new. And the aches and pains are largely the ones that you would normally have when you wake up after a life of adventuring.
I mean, I remember all of us was there. Our captain was there too. Does she not remember?
Well, maybe we can ask her after the briefing.
She didn't act like she remembered.
No.
The way, Doug, the way she greeted us, told us to get up, do we remember her saying exactly that? Or did the dream we have, was the dream sort of just the fight, or was it the whole day?
As in her entry?
Yeah.
To the...
Yeah,
all
how
of
groundhog are we right now?
All of that is kind of encompassed at the moment in that kind of haziness of a dream.
Do you have golden armor or black armor?
Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, shit. Listen, I don't have good wisdom. Saving throw?
Saving throw.
Oh, mine's +8. Hang on, mine's good. Oh, fuck yeah. Roll 25 yellow.
Why is it every time I do a one-shot with you, Doug, there is memory shit?
It is true. After I had built this, I went, oh shit, I'm doing that again.
It's me with unicorns, man.
Yeah. Yeah. She did have gold armor in the dream.
Hang on.
What's with that?
Doesn't she usually have golden armor? She was wearing armor of obsidian just now. That's not right.
Do we have to check to see if we remember it too, or?
Yeah. Everyone make a wisdom saving throw for me. We'll see how you go.
With advantage? Because I told them.
No.
Just saving or just skill check?
Save. Wisdom save.
Okay.
20.
Well, that's a natty 20 for a total of 23.
We don't know the DC.
Well, I got a 15.
Blood, you're pretty sure it's always been black.
Yeah, Blood is like brewing tea, and just like none of this is phasing her.
Malice and Omar, you are almost certain that gold has been the color that Delatra Jorreeve has worn for as long as you've known her. Is
Do
he
we
wearing
not
black?
serve the Golden King? Why is it black?
She loves black.
Do we
She
all
does
look the
not,
same?
As far as I know.
Ooh, what a great question. If you would like to stare at your friends, roll and investigate.
I stare
Sure.
awkwardly.
Stare at my buddies.
Oh, wait. Investigate. Hang on.
Yep.
Sorry.
Blood does not stare. Blood
19.
sips.
19.
26.
Hmm. Squints, but gets a 15.
Nothing looks particularly out of order. You guys look as you always do, and as you have remembered that you always do, down to, little quirks of war gear, or I say war gear, little quirks of adventuring gear, 50 foot of silk rope, that kind of thing. It's all there.
Yeah.
Wilhelmina would like to stick her head out of the tent. Are we flying under a different banner now? Is it a black obsidian banner? What's going on?
Yeah, stick your head out and roll perception.
Are we the baddies?
Ah!
Is there
And
skulls
who
on
else wants
everything?
to look at giant flags in the wind with me?
There are skulls on Wilhelmina. Like, that's not
Yeah.
indicative.
No, I've always looked like that.
Nothing looks out of order. It's the same black banners you've always marched under.
Ah, fuck. Oh my god, we are the bad guys.
Jesus fuck.
Huh. This seems strange. But
Man,
I can't quite
There's
put my
troops
finger
sort
on
of
it.
milling about.
What?
You're
So
where
black
you're
armor as well?
expecting. You're where you're expecting to be. You're in the middle of a green, fertile valley with a besieged castle sitting in the middle of it.
Castle.
I got an uneasy
Wasn't it a
feeling
tower?
about what
Yeah,
that
Make a
was
curtain
wisdom
bell
saving
was
throw for
for.
me.
All of us are just kind of.
And
Just blood at this point.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
23.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't a fertile green valley either.
No, it was the
Correct.
sunless citadel on the cliffs.
Yep. Yeah, blood. You're sure you were on the coast before?
Huh.
If
Could've sworn there was an
something's
ocean.
wrong,
Okay.
right? The golden armor. This is not right.
We should gear up and speak to the captain about this.
Okay.
Dude, I'm a
Head
monk. I'm
over
not
it.
even wearing shoes.
God. It's probably a good thing we're not in a sharp obsidian tower if you're not wearing
Hmm.
shoes.
His blood's dress just suddenly like black and like oil slicky instead of like white and rainbow.
All of your kit is exactly the same as you designed your character.
Fabulous. So I'm still wearing blackened skulls. so
Not
I'm
even a
okay.
pallet
So
shift.
you fit right in.
No,
If anything, I
suddenly
fit
you
in,
look like
yeah.
a pony.
Sorry, go again, David.
Not even a pallet shift.
No, not even a
even
pallet
pallet
shift.
shift.
It's true.
even a
You've not
console.
unlocked that particular premium skin for yourselves.
We go to
I
the
got
briefing.
black version.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. The briefing is simple. It's a large table laid out with the kind of general plans of the castle in front of it. Delivering this briefing is an aged wizard in dark robes, bent almost double by the weight of betrayal by his once beloved king, and of all of the awful decisions he's had to make as part of this necessary yet crushing conflict. Though he leans heavily on a crooked staff and his long white beard nearly touches the ground, his eyes remain bright and his voice resolute as he briefs you. The bulk of this army, this last bulwark against evil that has joined forces here in this valley to besiege the castle, basically hasn't been able to break through. Through feats of arcane engineering and the strength of the dark powers with which the Golden King has allied himself, your alliance of goodness remains outside of these castle walls. Your team, led by Paladin Jorreeve, is going to infiltrate the fort, find the Golden King, and kill him, thereby ending his tyrannical rule and releasing his unjustly hoarded wealth back to the people of this land.
I mean, that's compelling.
I mean, it's making sense.
As this hunched wizard sort of is pointing out key areas or things that may pose kind of problems for you, there are kind of, how many did I make? 4 main areas that he notes are particularly worth investigating. You probably won't be able to get to all of them before time runs short and the king must fall. But the walls are an obvious one. They're some sort of arcano-technological marvel. They're constantly self-repairing. They're resistant to magic. They're resistant to cannon fire. They're resistant to everything. Spy reports suggest artificer involvement, but no one knows because
Mhm.
they've not been inside.
Mm.
But a clever and quiet team might get in and topple those walls once and for all.
Oh, totally not what I was thinking. Go ahead.
There's the
I was like,
barracks.
are they meteor resistant though?
Ah, how interesting. What a good question. You'll have to give it a go. There's
Resistant
the
to meteor?
barracks, which are a fairly self-explanatory target. If you can restrict the Golden King's garrison, then that reduces the number of troops that he can bring to bear to defend his hoard of wealth. There's the armory. Again, if the Golden King cannot equip his troops with their magical and mundane weapons, then that's probably a problem for him. And then there's the gate, a portal of shadow and flame in the center of the city that the Golden King is calling forth his dark allies from. And they're kind of the four main areas that this hunched, aged wizard points out as important and
What was
perhaps
his
worth
name again?
investigating.
What was his name?
Starts with a Z, which is very evil, like
Zugu?
Was it like Zud?
fantasy-wise.
Zugu, you're exactly right.
Zugu.
Yes.
Can we wait till everyone else clears out, and then we can talk to him?
He's not one for particularly kind of inspirational speeches. His body can no longer support throwing his voice far enough to do all of that, and so he simply
He's so delicate.
tells them all to, remember your training, rely on each other, and this sad but necessary conflict will soon be over. And then the briefing
so
disperses
noble.
and he moves to shuffle off.
Before he goes,
Yes.
Malice will say, "We had a dream about you last night."
That is hardly surprising. Fates are in motion here, magic swirls heavy. I'm sure there are many dreams that many have had over the course of last night.
Did you have any
quite
strange
evil in it.
dreams?
I have heard two things there.
Sorry, did you have any strange dreams?
I have been plagued by dark dreams for years now. It would be odd if I did not.
Interesting. Did you
Am I
dream
evil?
No, I said you were evil.
Oh, I was
in
evil.
the dream.
in
Dreams
an
are odd
obsidian
like that.
tower?
Sometimes roles reverse and things seem different in the dream space.
Can Blood roll an insight check?
Yes.
Everyone can roll an insight if you're trying to pay attention to what Zugu's saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's
Not my
insight.
best.
23, even though I have a plus 11.
12.
Insight.
Oh no shit.
16. Yeah.
Oh, Drench, with your insight.
Malice
See,
and
I would
Blood.
have been more upset if it was like I had a dream about you. Oh, was I sexy?
Malice and Blood seems to believe what he's saying. But also, this is a very different Zugu to the one in your dreams.
Checks out.
Detect.
All right, let's go
can
punch
I
something.
detect magic real quick?
Sure.
Vibe.
There
Other
is
than
magic.
us glowing like Christmas trees.
Yeah, you guys glow like Christmas trees, of course, because you have magic everywhere. Zugu himself glows quite a lot with a swirl of all different kinds of magics.
What's the vibe of the magics? Is it dark
Vibe
magics?
check.
Hang
Is it dark
on. What are the schools of magic again?
Evocation, necromancy.
The other one.
I mean, it's so yes. Okay, cool. So lots of
illusion,
lots of evocation, lots of a degree of necromancy, some enchantment, a little bit of divination.
Well, bloody mix and match everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is he
illusion to a significant extent, to be fair. And a tiny little nugget of abjuration at his chest.
So, maybe I should have mentioned this earlier. Malice's permanent true sight within 60 feet.
Oh. There you go.
So Malice is going to make sure that she's within 60 feet of the wizard and take a close look at him.
True sight's not X-ray vision, though, right?
No.
Has he got the heart boxes on?
See invisible creatures and objects, automatically detect visual illusions and succeed on saving throws against them. Perceive the original form of a shape changer or a creature that is transformed by magic. They can see into the ethereal plane with the same range.
Cool. Lots of screaming ghosts around Zugu. But this is the original form for this body.
So he's not disguised.
This body.
Except he is not quite so frail as he appears. There is the
he's
ghost of a slightly stronger back.
Wizard with a six-pack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, his muscle.
He's got that sleeper build.
A little more
He's got that
steel
Jason
in his
Rainbow
arms
muscle
than he lets
wizard.
on.
Okay, another question. Do we remember the day before this? Or the last week?
Roll a history check.
Have we always been taking orders from this guy? I rolled a 2.
No.
I mean, you could remember in broad brushstrokes what's been happening, but like, what you had for breakfast, I mean, that stuff fades over time, right? Generally speaking, you know that there's been a war on for a while, you know that one side has reached the other's capital and that there's been a siege for 3 years and that's all about to come to an end.
But I think with a 2, yeah, we've probably been getting orders from this guy all this time. This is nothing new.
Possibly, yes.
Possibly.
Found a picture of him. His real form. I'm putting it in the chat. As you were.
Where's our Leonin lady?
Yes. If you go looking, you will absolutely find Delata Droreve sort of moving around in the briefing, talking to a few captains, that sort of thing.
Say, darling, did you have a funny dream last night?
Oh, I didn't sleep at all last night. It's been I couldn't. Too excited, too gassed for today's attack.
Well, that's no good. We need to have you rested.
Oh no, I'll be fine. It's not a problem.
Grandma of disapproval.
Because of your perma-trucite, David, I'm about to send you a thing.
Ooh.
But continue to interact amongst yourselves as you go.
What is this dark timeline we've been put into? That's me saying that, not Wilhelmina. I assume us old ladies are all having tea as well.
Oh yeah. Mine, might have whiskey in it by now, but
I think at our age,
it's still, technically tea.
We've got that wild turkey in there,
Yeah.
Yes, tea has been shared.
Tea, all the kinds of tea.
Some stretching, some pre-battle
Yeah, I was going to say
stretching.
all the tea.
TNT.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Sick
Shall we-
beer.
While we wait for Doug's message to Malice, Malice is going to say to everyone else, so we all get the feeling that something's wrong, but we're not quite sure
Most
what.
Definitely. Yes.
Should we-
Feeling a little discombobulated.
Should we sit down with the captain and just clearly explain what we're experiencing?
We can try, yes. I mean, we've known her for so long. Surely we've built up enough trust.
Thank you, Doug.
Perfect. That's all right.
Shall we do that?
Now, before we do that, Malice is going to add, and she's going to try and say this so that only the three of you can hear. Actually, Doug, does Malice remember ever seeing this before?
No, not even remotely close.
This is definitely new. Okay.
Definitely a new
So
development.
Malice is going to say to the others, I can see something new above Dalatra's head. It was like a crown with spikes. I think I saw 10 or so spikes.
I think that's a spell.
But it's
I
very
can do that spell.
it's very hard to focus on.
Like it's a crown of some sort of crown of thorns or something like that. A crown of madness or something similar. Would I have heard of this spell?
I've probably seen Crown of Madness cast at some
It's
point.
not Crown of Madness.
It's not that, yeah.
A crown of okay.
Crown of
20
Delulu.
minutes ago.
It's
Do we know anything
only
about this?
it's only visible in like the ethereal plane.
Interesting. And it's just her who has it, or do you see it on others?
I don't know.
You haven't seen it on anyone else at this point.
Okay. How odd.
What
So it's
would
not on
that
us, which is
mean?
good.
Hmm
I mean, she's
Theoretically.
clearly being controlled by something, if not that wizard.
Oh, he
He's
seemed
done
fine.
something to the timeline. This is not it. This is not our original home.
Malice says, this could be a big risk. I could try to dispel it.
We could try. I could help you.
Is there likely to be any harm to our beloved granddaughter?
We don't know.
I could play a very soothing tune on
Is
the
my
pan
detect
flute.
magic still popping? Do I get any? What off that? Do I get anything off the crown?
Would be, I guess,
can see
right?
it.
So you would be picking up.
Sorry to make you do all the schools of magic.
No, that's okay. I mean, it is weirdly. Delatra's head has exploded with just a super bright spray of magic as you're looking at her. Lots of, I guess, kind of enchantments probably in there. There's a chunk of illusion, some conjuration kicking around, a non-zero amount of
Jesus.
necromancy.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot going on her right now.
These are all things you don't wish to be done to a friend of yours.
No.
Yeah.
I wonder if dispel magic or cure. What's the ones that the clerics do?
I have dispel magic.
Not dispel magic. What's the big one?
Oh yes, the
Not remove curse. What's the thing that clerics do that gets good things? Does good. I'm not a cleric. I don't know.
None of us
Dispel good
ever
and
thought
evil.
the clerics.
No, like the big
Greater
it gets rid of a bunch of
restoration?
stuff.
Greater restoration? Yeah.
Jesus.
Why do I know that?
I don't know.
Did we have a
Uh,
dream where you knew that?
I do
Yeah,
not.
clearly.
The timeline?
I do not have that prepared.
Oh well, we can sleep and get it then.
I don't think we can. I
Maybe
think
not tonight?
this is the
No,
day
no.
of the assault.
This is the day.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
okay. How about
expected on an assault shortly.
I help you? Can I give advantage to dispel magic?
Sure.
I can do, yeah.
Well, I will cast it. I plan on casting it at a very high level. I don't really want to cast it at the highest level because I have other lovely things I can do at the highest level.
Giant enemy crab.
Blood is going to pull a pan flute out of her sleeve and just play like a really nice, encouraging, focusing tune. Like it's got no
Like some
effect.
sort
It's just she's just trying to help because she's
Yeah. No points in bard,
not
so no
magic.
bardic inspiration. But
no.
I
She's
will
a monk.
aid with my wizardry. The monk is like the bard of fists.
Yeah. She's got one spell and it's dancing lights. So
Malice
It's like
says,
bodybuilding lights.
yeah, it's just atmosphere.
I think if the three of you could engage her in conversation, I shall try and do it. I shall just walk around aimlessly as I tend to do, and when I shall cast as I pass behind her, in case there's an outside influence that would compel her to try to stop me.
Okay, we can do that.
Gwen is going
We shall
to
do that.
Gwen. Blood is going to continue to play the pan flute.
Captain! I'm going to distract her well.
yes.
Honestly,
Music's
being
gonna-
We're gonna have to
descended
make a
upon by
quick. We're due
grandma
on the
time
assault
would be
shortly.
so normal.
No, that's okay. I was just wondering. The magical defenses of the castle. What else have you heard, if anything?
To be honest, we haven't heard terribly much. We haven't been able to get in or out since defenses went up, and well, this whole
At
siege
all?
kick.
No sewage entrances? Or not that I would do that. That's horrible.
No, it doesn't strike me as being particularly appealing. No, not really.
anyone
The
come
walls shift so often
out?
that it's hard to track down a particular culvert or anything like that. It sort of floats,
What do you mean
uh,
floats? What?
as in like the positions of things float and move.
Oh,
Not that the
okay.
walls
Oh.
are floating. The city does not float.
Because that's possible in this world of fantasy.
It is
Fine,
true. It is
okay.
quite possible.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
not in this instance.
Has anyone, since the defenses went up, has anyone come out of the castle?
You know, not that I can think of. No one's made it over the walls or out the gates or anything like that.
Where were I'm forgive me, I'm very old these days, going on 700, close to. What city were we in before this? Where did we march from again?
You know, I don't really remember. They all sort of blur together after a while, and we lose track.
Dispel magic 8th level.
Cool. Wilhelmina, roll performance for me for the distraction.
Can I have help with the fan flute?
Yeah, can I
help with
aid
the fan
that?
flute.
I
Help
think
with the fan flute.
I'm there with kind of grandmotherly wittering as well, just sort of like
Yep.
what the last one?
Performance.
Okay.
17. Nice. Malice, roll Arcana. With advantage, because the distraction has been somewhat successful.
Why Arcana?
Because you're doing magic stuff, basically.
Well,
It's technically magic lore, isn't it? So ignore that. Make a spell casting, like so your usual. Roll a d20 with your spell casting modifier.
Cool.
Let's do that.
With advantage.
With advantage, yes.
Okay, so that's a 14. Another roll. It's another 14.
Okay.
Plus. Is that with your spellcasting modifier?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh.
That's not bad.
14, you say?
To shreds, I say.
Cool. All 10 of those ethereal magical spikes that you have seen embedded in Delatra Joreeve's head, basically, forehead and temple in particular, pull back out of her skull with an alarming quickness in response to a remove. What did you actually cast? Remove curse?
Dispel magic.
Dispel magic, that's the one. Sorry, yes. And the entire vista shifts. You are still in a camp besieging the Golden King's city, but it's not freedom fighters. It's not the last vestiges of good in this land. It is a horde of shambling undead, numbering in the thousands.
Oh.
Guys, I think we're the baddies.
Okay, look, I know.
Blood is going to stop playing the pan flute.
Good call.
Quonk.
And as those fingers disappear from Joreeve's temples, she collapses to the ground in a ragdolled heap, her golden armor tarnished by the touch of evil magics. And floating above her ever so slightly, shaking his hands as though they have been burnt, is Zugu the Twisted.
Hey.
Foul wizard and evil sorcerer who stares at you in particular, Malice, with a great degree of upset and says, "You fools were to be my salvation, but it seems I must settle for taking you with me."
Roll
And he disappears in a
initiative,
puff of
bitch.
smoke. No, he's gone. He's out in a puff of smoke. But a whole horde of undead is now alerted to your presence.
All right.
Undead, you say?
You're in the middle of a camp of undead critters. What do?
I'm a necromancer. What do you think I'm gonna do?
I was gonna say you're gonna have
This
the
is
time
perfect.
of your life.
This is perfect. This you could not have given me more on a silver platter.
So initiative.
Are we? Are
Blood
they angry
will
at us? What's
utter
happening?
the
So,
words,
you know,
"Oh dear."
There are so
Legion-
basically a whole like a legion of empty eye sockets and rotted necks have twisted to stare at you guys as soon as the spell has broken on you.
Leaning on the
Um,
buster, Omar is going to be like, I hate it when you laugh. You
I'm-
only ever
to
sound
me.
that joyful.
I'm not
when
going to
things
make you roll
get
initiative
ugly.
for most of these fights because they are chump skeletons and you
Okay.
are level
Right.
20 fighters. So
Yeah, I
instead,
am
what I'm
going
going to get you to do
Spin
is tell
attack.
me
wrangle.
how you do this fight and how you kind of where you're going. Where are you trying to get to? I guess is probably the next thing to figure
So we're
out.
still
I mean-
in front of the Golden King's castle.
You
is
are
that-
in front of the Golden Keep, and as you
Not
look
looking
out
at that.
over that particular city or over the keep and the gate, which was one of your targets as you go, it's no longer
Okay.
fire and smoke. It is holy and radiant energy descending into the middle of the city.
Well,
So I can command undead, which means I can wrangle undead from another wizard's control. But I don't like these guys because they're bad, yucky undead. And I'm just gonna reverse gravity on as many of them as I can in massive
Yar!
chunks and just blow them to bits.
Cool.
It's like
Yes.
a
Okay.
50,
So Wilhelmina
50
is.
foot up
So
cone
where are
and
we?
just like,
Yeah. So I assume you're kind of clearing a path of undead as you're going
yep. And we can
with
mix
reverse
this.
gravity, but where to?
I'm thinking, well, Malice's first priority, check our captain and friend, make sure they're still alive.
Yeah.
She is not.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
Where-
well, in
where-
that case,
Excuse me, Necromancer.
well, not even that, no.
Oh,
Malice,
you don't want me to bring. You don't want that one. You don't want me to do that.
Friends
I'm like
don't
a cleric who never
reanimate
gave up.
friends.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah. Late to the party, but still with healing.
Malice is going to revivify.
Nice.
There you
Perfect. Yes, that will work.
That's-
Life returns to her frame, and she sucks in a great breath. Did I die again?
You got better.
Yes.
What the fuck? What happened?
I don't understand.
We were
We're-
bamboozled.
We're still piecing that together, but we're currently surrounded by undead.
Oh, why didn't you say so?
Under control.
She reaches for Sunbreak or Cloudbreaker, her big mace that she was using in the first fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's not there.
Turn undead like crazy.
Yeah.
Where's my weapon?
Where's your weapon?
What? Why don't I have my weapon?
Now, she comes back with only 1 hit point, so I'm casting heal, so she gets another 70.
Okay, noted.
Did you leave it somewhere, darling? Retrace your steps.
Well, we
No,
went to Zuga's tower, we confronted him, everything went black, and then I was dead.
Yes, he turned you into something of a meat puppet.
Yes. Cast some sort of.
So I assume we're going to go
nefarious-
kill him then.
I
mean,
believe.
he's
Where we don't
social.
know where is. Where is he?
He's
He
blinked
casted
down.
his spell.
He said
Yes.
unkind things to us, so yes, we're going to go and smash him.
Whatever spell he
Wonderful.
was trying to cast when we were confronting him, he did it.
In the dream.
Yeah.
In the dream, he did whatever
I
spell
don't
it
think-
was.
I don't think that was a dream. I think that was another timeline. I think that was our
Mm.
original time, and we're
Oh,
shifting
that must
about.
have been his. That must have been his spell then.
Malice casts Locate Creature on Zugu.
Okay.
If he's
what's
in
the
with,
range
if
on
he's
a-
within
yeah.
1,000 feet, she'll know.
Time to do. What's that? 300 meters. I mean, he'll still be around. He is deep, so you definitely get a lock. He's deep in a horde of shambling undead, making his way away from you towards what looks like a command tent,
Okay,
a little bit further back
easy.
in the siege.
he's that way, and Malice is going to concentrate to maintain the spell for an hour.
As soon as Malice points to which group of shambling undead, I'm gonna reverse gravity on them
Perfect.
and then drop them from 50 feet in the air.
Yes, you are moving that section of the horde. There's a lot of them though, so all of you will probably have to do something on the way through.
And
Turn
And
undead.
I'm just bust a sword, bust a sword, bust a sword, bust a sword. Like,
Yep. So in that case, then Omar, make 3 attack rolls, and we'll see kind of what the aggregate is of that.
so a 34, and because
Nice.
it's a 19, that's a crit for me.
Yep. Wonderful. So we've got a critical hit.
28.
Nice.
Oh, that one's not so good. And a 17.
17. Still, on average, that is an excellent roll. Omar is swinging sword left and right. Skeletons are falling apart and erupting as we go.
Yep.
Malice is
Get it
turning
moving,
undead
dude.
with all sorts of
Yep, the
clerical power.
wisdom save for turn undead is 19. If they fail, I also have seer undead, so if they fail, they're also going to take 5d8 radiant damage. So I'm
also
just
gonna catch
burning
fire.
undead all around.
Yes, none of these skeletons are going to resist that in any way, shape, or form. /zombies / extras.
And I can do that up to 4 times.
Perfect. So yes, let's say we use... I mean, they rolled super low, so you've only got to use the 1, really, to...
Okay.
Between reverse gravity... Is there a save on reverse gravity? It's just gravity flips, isn't it?
Yes, I believe you can do a deck save to grab onto anything if there's anything to grab onto, but I don't know. I feel like the only other thing to grab onto is other skeletons.
A lot of
also
open
they're not very
field,
smart.
so and they have not rolled high, so yes, no, that's fine. Excellent. And then Blood, if everyone else is sort of clearly pointing in a direction and moving that way, what are you doing to assist?
She has a really long stick that she can use to do so much swiping.
Mhm.
And she's very fast, so she can go ahead and sort of like do some clearing if that is necessary. Also, she's, I mean, the panpipes are still there. She's providing a banger of a soundtrack to whatever is happening.
Perfect.
I love that.
That being the case, then you're not swinging quite so often as Omar is. Make 2 attack rolls with the quarterstaff.
Yeah, I don't have any like crowd control moves.
No, that's it, right?
So 26 and
Cool.
natty 20 for a 34.
Excellent. That being the case, then I won't make you use any energy.
Thank you. I feel like she's very just
point. That's
one
what I
of
was looking
the
for.
sort of low-key characters in like the Zelda game, what they did with just the big mass killing that was in an official Zelda game. Yeah, she's doing that.
Somewhere along the way, Delatra has picked up just the rustiest, shittiest broadswords that she's been able to... Well, best one she can find, but shittiest one you guys have seen in a long fucking time.
It's such a level 3 sword.
Yeah, correct, right? Like, this is what we got when we were, hunting bandits back at level 5. And a rusted out shield that was clearly in the hands of it, that still actually has most of the forearm of a skeleton.
Still has the hands
attached.
of the... Yeah.
Still in the hands.
Yeah.
Actually,
but-
she can
yep.
have my +3 Warhammer. I never use it anyway.
She reverentially hands you the rusted out broadsword in trade.
He's like,
Malice takes it and drops it.
Perfect.
Oh shit, I forgot. I have a familiar too. I'm a wizard.
oh yeah, what is it?
She's a jackdaw. Her name is Silence.
Oh man, I was going to say, is it a skull named Bob?
It's not a skull now. You cannot have skulls as familiars, as far as I know. No, she is a jackdaw.
Cool. She gives the hammer a couple of swings to test the weight of it and says, "Thank you, Malice. This is going to be put to very good use."
Good. I want it back when we're done.
Of course.
It's a loner. Lovely.
Immediately scrolls her name on the handle.
Yeah.
Backfolding.
Alrighty. So you've got a path sort of that you've managed to open up on the way through to Zugu's command tent. There's still a shitload of undead skeletons kicking around out and about. Is there anything you want to do to try and slow the tide of reinforcements once you do get to Zugu, or are you just going to go, we'll do it. It'll be fine.
Well, it's like I don't want to use my 9th level spells in case we don't get a resty, but it's like I want to use my 9th level spells,
Well,
Here's a one shot.
I've got a
There's a one shot.
Chekhov's scroll.
You do. What are you going to do with it?
Yes.
Wait, but won't it also cause damage to everything else?
Who
Yeah.
cares?
Is the
It's a
castle?
one shot.
Well,
We're going to be running away from it.
well, hopefully this isn't the timeline we're stuck in. So you know
Yep.
what? Not our problem.
Unleash chaos.
This is this timeline's problem now.
So Malice turns to Jorreeve and says, don't think either of us envisioned this scenario, and then pulls out a scroll, takes an action to read it, and a blimp appears in the air and drops a Tarask into the horde of undead, just a poof, and it just immediately starts attacking everything it sees.
Starts Tarasking.
We are running away from the Tarasks towards the tent, and hopefully the undead will just start swarming over this thing.
It is already working. The pressure of reinforcements lets up almost instantly in terms of all the undead have gone, oh, that's the threat now, great. And are basically following their kind of programming / any sort of secondary necromancers in that area have panicked big time and are just going, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. So yes, a lot of the undead are now distracted by a Tarask. Well done.
Amazing.
So now the
We finally
backdrop,
did it.
the background to this entire thing, there is a giant Tarask stomping zombies, skeletons, direwolves, everything into paste underfoot.
And as we're moving towards Zugu, Malice is being very uncool and keeps looking back to watch it because it is so exciting.
Who can blame her?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Get a portrait done. It'll last longer.
Oh my god, this is the first campaign where we've got all ladies in the party. That's fun.
Oh my god, yeah. We're all
Yeah.
babes.
Fun.
And like 3 of us are Nans.
Ladies' night.
Yay, girls' night.
Elder ladies' night.
That's called a stitching bitch. And
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, that's what
Best.
Love is stitching. I mean, we're drinking tea, we're knitting.
yeah,
Mhm.
we're having a good time.
Alrighty. You have made it to Zugu's tent. You have carved your way through whatever is left of the undead that haven't been sent off to deal with a somewhat unexpected arrival in the back lines. All of
The
the
thought of-
magical artillerists have panicked.
The thought
there
of
are
wrangling control over an undead Tarask is so cool. Maybe later.
How do you want to handle it? You have arrived at the command tent. There doesn't seem to be anyone outside.
Am I still detecting Zugu inside?
He is still inside. Yes.
Okay.
Blood
Moving
plays
around
a
with
ominous
some frantic
tune.
energy.
Okay.
Nice.
Malice says,
Does it sound like a physical body? Do we hear like footsteps and rumbling and scrumbling? And
Gonna play
You
the
don't.
soundtrack.
it's okay. Also,
Malice is aware of movement because she's tracking Zugu, but you guys aren't hearing, the shuffling footsteps of a buff old man gathering scrolls, etc.
so Malice will say, he's in there, seems to be doing something.
Is he physical, incorporeal?
Flying maybe? I don't know.
Okay.
he's doing that boss thing where they just do this.
Yeah.
Waiting for us to
Should
show
we
up.
blast the tent or should we go in the tent?
I mean,
You
if we
set
blast
fire
if we
to the
if we
tent.
blast the tent, then he'll be out of the tent.
And I
probably.
think we might have the element of surprise if we do that.
Blast the tent?
Yeah.
Fireballs.
Do it! Meteor.
All right, shit. Oh, okay. What do we want, a meteor or a fireball? They're two very different things.
Meteor? I think meteor.
I'm not
I mean,
casting
we've
my
never
ninth level
seen a
meteor
meteor.
swarm. I'm not doing that. Not wasting it. Can I fireball the tent just to see what's gonna happen? I mean, he's incorporeal though. If he's incorporeal, fireball's not gonna do anything to him. We don't know that.
Give it a go.
What's an evil pet?
Fireball with my staff of the Magi.
So it's a deck
Yep.
save.
Yes.
The deck saves around the place. What's the number to beat?
19.
Dex, you say?
How level is it? Hang on. Equipment. Staff of the Magi. The fireball is.
Okay. I have rolled at least one saving throw.
Oh god, there wasn't like puppies in the tent or something, was there? Oh god.
That's
Just
what
a very
guys
sad
were.
death wolf
Okay, that's fine.
stitched back together.
Oh, no, I don't
Why?
want to kill him. I feel bad. Ah, jeez. Where's my fireball? Here it is. Oh. Okay. Ugh. Oh no, it was good. 32 points of fire damage. Just innocent people in the tent, all dead. I'll bring them back. It's okay.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
They won't be the same, but
That's right.
Let me revivify before you raise.
okay, yeah, I'm just the cleric who never gives up.
Cool. That happens. There is I mean, I was going to say from within the tent, but the tent is now on fire and has largely kind of burnt away.
I was gonna say, has gone woof.
Yeah, has whooshed.
Very much.
Um,
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh God,
What
was
you
this
see
green
in the
there?
center of it is a very annoyed Zugu standing at what's left of his table. You
Ah!
again. I am
Is
going to
he
have
like
to.
in his boxer shorts now, or
I am going to have to end you myself, I see. And his body falls away
Ripples? Oh.
to
Oh,
reveal
good, we won.
the awful lich that he is underneath.
Ah.
Of course.
And from his desk he pushes 2 jars onto the ground, so they fall off and shatter.
Oop.
There's a small collection of bones in there, and they start locking together.
Ah!
Oh.
And then there's probably more bones than could have fit in those jars.
oh,
And they keep
Oh.
locking, and they get to about humanoid size.
mm,
And then more bones join those bones.
bone golem?
And then
Oh,
it
no.
gets kind of bigger again,
Yes.
and more bones join those
Advanced
bones.
necromancy. Oh no.
It's very Gideon the
Uh,
Ninth, and I'm here
And
for
there are 2 ogre skeletons flanking Zugu the Lich.
it. Oh.
Roll initiative.
Hey,
Oh.
Zugu the Lich.
Initiative.
I'm
Well,
trying
they
to figure
all
out what the
rolled good.
I'm trying to figure out what the
21.
pun is. I
14.
know there's a pun
isn't
here.
one.
I
There isn't
know
one.
there is.
There isn't one this time
No,
around.
he's hiding it.
Doug
he's
already
not telling the
tested
truth.
this.
I do
He
not believe you.
brainstormed it.
I do not believe you. I got a 14. You say that I got a 14. Doesn't
I
matter.
see that you
I
got
too
a 14.
got a 14.
Blood got
Wait,
a
did I?
21. And Wilhelmina got a 14, indeed.
I did, but I assume my dex is not as high as
Correct. Would you believe Omar's going to go before you in the initiative stat?
crazy.
However,
Yeah.
no one is going before Blood. Blood has the drop here.
Oh,
Yeah,
fun.
blood.
Oh,
Punch
let's
Well,
go.
bones.
Blood is gonna drop her 3 focus points and cast Superior Defense
Mm-hmm.
because this seems necessary. Guess she's gonna zip in, and we're gonna take this gladiator style. We'll start with the 3 flurries. I think she wants
Yep.
to get the fuck out of there afterwards.
Into
Zugu.
Sugu? Yep.
So first one is 25 to hit.
A 25 will hit his armor class.
Oh, nice. It sounds high.
Oh, sorry, hang on.
Oh,
Yes, it
no.
will. Carry on.
Okay. Well, he takes
Excuse
7
me?
points of. Do we think bludgeoning or force?
It's a lich, so he's probably. I assume your attacks are magical, right? No matter what.
No,
They're not. You don't have magic fists.
no.
Oh shit.
They
I
have
don't know.
chill
He might be
fists.
resistant to both. I have no idea. Tomato.
Okay. Well, we'll stick with bludgeoning and see how it goes. How does it go?
It hits him, and
Does he seem
your
hurt?
fist connects, and he definitely has been hurt by it.
Does he look boinked? Good. Okay.
He looks like he's been hit.
Second attack is 28.
Will also hit.
He takes 14 points of damage.
Yep.
Natty 20. He takes 30.
Oh!
Natty 20 to hit, unfortunately. Oh wait, no, that's
No,
still
that's
good.
good.
Natty 20 to
Yep.
hit.
That's
Yay!
not 20. Yeah, that's how it
I've
works.
forgotten how D&D works.
Me too, girl.
And then he takes 15 points of bludgeoning damage. I would like to apply Quivering Palm.
Yep. Was that a save or anything, or is it just active?
No, that's just that's just active until I say stop, and then he has to make the DC con save.
That's right. Yes.
No, he makes
Cool.
the con save. Blah. That takes 4 focus points off me, and then because that was part of my flurrying bows, I still get my quarterstaff hit,
Yes.
which is 33 to hit.
A 33 will hit, would you believe?
Shocking. 20 flaccid points damage, and I'm gonna blink the fuck out of there behind something, please. There's nothing to go behind. Is
No,
there?
the tent has been fireballed. Cover is light.
Right. I'm gonna blink
I'm not
30
sorry.
feet backwards. I'm just gonna
Okay.
just as far out of the area of attack as possible.
Stay within 30 feet of me.
Okay, 30 feet.
You'll know why in a
Close to-
moment.
Malice.
Of the cleric, yeah.
Trigonometry engaged.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that is my turn.
Cool. So did everyone deploy within 30 of Malice, if that's kind of a tactic you guys have used in the past?
I feel like
I
we
think
would.
we-
Assume so.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
we're all grouped together anyway when we started.
That's true.
Mm.
Okay, well,
Not
that being the
close
case
enough to
then.
be, you know.
Well,
Oh, damn,
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
That's all right.
Zugu has not particularly enjoyed having been punched quite that hard. Monks. This is why I don't work on the front lines anymore. He is going to raise a bony finger at you, Blood, and huck chain lightning.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. You're a monk, you're fine.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's gonna hit all of us.
Yes.
Correct, it is,
Oh,
because you're
yeah,
all within
chain
30 of Malice. Counter spell.
Fine, now we have to roll off. I don't remember how to
Um,
roll off. Hang on.
I also have resistance to electrical damage.
I'm not worried
Really?
about you, to be so clear. Hang on, I gotta remember how to counterspell off in D&D. It's been years.
Oh, hang on. Counterspell is
Me?
way different.
Don't you just yell it?
New counterspell.
What?
You attempt to
Oh.
interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell. The creature makes a con save. On a failed save, the spell dissipates.
That's how we're doing it these days? That's a new counterspell?
That's how we're doing it these days. That's
Ooh, I don't like that.
counterspell.
Okay, do it. So
That's-
counterspell? That
So
doesn't mean
I guess
you can't
you make
counterspell
a con
counterspell?
save, and then if you succeed, I have to make the con save that you originally wanted me to make.
This.
Oh.
I mean, Pathfinder's worse. Pathfinder's definitely worse.
Oh.
But
So
what
I
is
have
this?
to make a con save.
So make your con save.
But I'm a wizard.
Correct.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh.
Your
Wow.
counterspell
Hate
has
this new
been
counterspell.
countered.
That's a garbage counterspell. I hate that.
That's
Counterspell superior.
Alrighty. Can everybody please make a dex save, since this chain lightning is going to arc to all of you?
Aha, I can evade.
Ah.
this.
I'm glad you can evade it.
That is my
So,
worst
yeah, I'm casting
save.
evade on it. I
Oh.
rolled
8.
26.
But I have a thing for failing saves somewhere in
Yes,
my.
you can. You get
Nice.
the reroll because of Indomitable, which is
Cool.
just
Oh,
about
wait,
like
my
other
stuff
side
imagine I
back.
can do shit. Hang on.
If you fail a saving throw, you can reroll with a plus 20 bonus.
Correct.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Hang on, hang
that.
on. I have advantage on saving throws against spells.
Oh, 6. So reroll.
So,
rolled a 1.
17 plus 20.
In addition, you can take a reaction when another. So, the one spell that's not targeting someone directly is, of course, chain lightning.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're
Nope,
getting my bad
I rolled a 7 and a 1 for my thing, and I can't absorb it.
So who
I'll
beat
miss all
20?
of you.
Blood beat 20, which means she takes half damage, which means she takes none damage.
Yes, correct.
You rolled 37 total.
37. Yep. Malice? No.
No. 12.
Wilhelmina? No.
No.
53 damage. Halve it if you passed.
20.
Are you rolling for Delatra?
5.
Doug?
Oh, yes.
26.
Yeah, she's here.
Interestingly, chain lightning won't reach that far. Because it's 3 other targets.
Sorry, what
It's
was it?
targeting 3 more.
Ah.
So I've bounced out to you guys.
53?
53,
50.
please.
Man, that's half my hit points.
Womp womp.
I'm a glass cannon, man.
And then Zugu is going to float such that there's an ogre skeleton between him and you now.
Oh, yeah, that's.
And glare menacingly from behind it. Malice, it's your turn.
Okay, first of all, I'm just going to assume I've dropped concentration on locate creature and
Yes, good call.
cast Holy Aura.
Oh,
Uh,
cool cleric.
So every friendly creature that I choose, which is 3 of you plus Delatra and me, so we all have advantage on all saving throws, and all other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against us for as long as I can concentrate on
Oh.
this spell. In
Love
addition,
that.
when an undead character hits one of us with a melee attack, then the attacker must make a Constitution saving throw or be blinded until the end of its next turn.
Ooh.
So that is my action. With my bonus action, I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word at the 7th level.
Good choice.
Thank you.
Up to 6 creatures, so that's all of us, get a heal for 23 points.
Yay! Thank you.
And Malice is not going to move and is going to remind you, please stay within 30 feet of me to keep this bonus.
Yes, ma'am.
That's my turn.
Cool. The ogre skeleton that Zugu hasn't hidden behind shambles forwards. I say shambles, it moves 40 feet, so it's going to walk into one of you.
Strides forward.
Moves.
I am going to assume that Oma's probably somewhere towards the front of the stack.
Yep.
As the nominated fighter, and it's going to swing mightily a great club at you.
Disadvantage for the Holy
With
Aura.
disadvantage, indeed. With disadvantage, that is an 11.
That's not going to hit me.
Whomp! Big club into the ground right next to you.
Yep.
Ogre
You'll
skeleton's
have to
done.
do better than that.
And it is Oma's turn.
Alrighty, I hit the guy.
Good call.
Yeah. Well, I attempt to hit the guy.
Yes.
Does 28 hit the guy?
28 hits the guy.
Okay. So 16
Yep.
and a 33 will hit him.
33 will hit.
So that's a 15.
Damage taken. It's looking dusty.
Yeah.
27 will hit.
27 for 15 damage. 19.
Will hit.
19 hits him?
Mm-hmm.
And 17 damage.
It erupts into bones and
Kasloo!
scatters backwards across the what's left. Well, I say the inside of the tent. Not really the inside of the tent anymore.
No.
The ground.
No.
Yeah, we outdoor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything really else that I do. I don't have anything that moves on to the next dude or anything, do I?
Not unless you action surge and want to sort of because you haven't moved yet, so you could action surge and hit the other ogre.
I don't want to action surge.
Okay.
Because I only got 2 of them, and probably, twisty. The giant enemy crab is still over there.
That is true.
What is
So
this?
I guess that's me.
What is this giant enemy crab reference?
So it's a thing that comes from, I think it's initially from Zero Punctuation, and it's the idea that you save up all your stuff and always use the smallest potion that you ever can, because what if there's a giant enemy crab around the corner and you really need that potion? So you end up like on the final boss
Never
sitting on
using.
11 billion things, and you don't even want to use them on the final boss, because what if he's not the final boss? What if there's a final boss?
Got it.
So giant enemy crab syndrome is where you save up your stuff and don't use it ever.
Oh, hang on. Oma's just had a turn, right?
Yes.
Legendary action?
Yeah, legendary action. Indeed. I've got to be within 20 feet of you. I don't really want to be within 20 feet of you. Never mind. Carry
No.
on.
I'm a player character. You don't want to be within 20 feet of me. Just on principle.
Wilhelmina, it is your turn.
Okay. I need a mental image, please, Doug.
Yes. There's a desk.
Us?
Yep.
Thank you. Us? All
Yep.
within 30 feet of Malice.
Malice. Yep.
Bone, ogre, crumble, dust, flakes.
Yep. Right in front of Oma, who's kind of towards the front of the stack.
At some point.
Yep.
Other ogre hasn't had its turn yet.
Correct.
And then how far away is Mr. Lich?
Zugu is basically directly behind that ogre.
So how far away
he's
is the ogre?
using it as cover. So it's, I mean, it was in a tent, so it's not a ton of distance away. I would say something like 60 feet at this point.
Oh, fabulous. Okay, sweet. Wilhelmina will fly up because she has boots of flying. This is more for flavor than anything.
Perfect.
Gotta have style.
Sorry,
and she's
closer
gonna-
than that, isn't it? It'll be 40-ish. Because the other
Sure.
one could close in attack. So you might be a
Doesn't matter.
bit further away, but whatever.
It's
Yes.
fine. The radius of this attack is 1 mile, so I think we're okay.
Probably
Um,
fine.
she's
In
gonna
what
float
world
up
is
and
this tent going to be a mile long?
I don't know, a mile away.
All right, off you go.
She's going to float up, put both of her arms out, and her eyes are going to glow, and she is going to cast Meteor Swarm.
Counterspell.
Hey.
Yes.
Can you counterspell a Meteor Swarm? Go for it.
Make a con save.
No, you're casting it. Don't you have to make a con save?
No,
So you
you
just
make the
said-
con save.
I make the
Oh.
con save.
No, you.
So you were going
I'm
to
still
counterspell me, which
confused
would have
as to
forced me to
how.
make the con save, but I counterspelled you, which forced you to make the con save, to then force me to make the con save.
Right.
But now
Jesus
you're going to make
Christ.
the con save.
I'm a wizard, though. This is fair.
The inside of your brain must be the most amazing Excel sheet ever
Yeah,
created.
it's just spreadsheets and ratchety numbers all the way
19.
down. You've got advantage on saving throws as well?
I do.
Yeah. Roll that one again.
19.
Unfortunate.
Oh, come on. Are you serious?
20 is the number to beat.
20? No,
20.
I think to get that, I would have had to roll a 19. I've only got a +1 on my con.
Good
Okay, let me
news.
double-check that.
It doesn't burn the spell
I
slot.
rolled this one.
It doesn't burn the slot,
Oh,
so you
it
haven't
doesn't
lost
burn the
slot.
slot anymore. Oh.
No, but it does
Okay.
burn the action.
I still hate new counterspells.
New counterspell is weird. I don't
don't
love it
like-
either, to be
I
fair.
don't love it. I like the battle with the roll off more.
Yeah.
But I guess I also don't lose the spell, so I don't hate it. Okay, so I don't lose the spell. Fabulous. I don't think I have any bonus actions. Nah. None of my spells are bonus actions.
Cool.
That's me. I'm gonna float quietly back down to the ground.
Aw.
The second ogre is going to shamble forwards and try to hit Oma.
Okay. What's he got?
I'm just gonna burn
21
all of his
club.
counterspells in that
Oh
case.
no, that's an initiative. Okay.
18, which is going to miss, and I didn't roll a
Yeah.
disadvantage, so hang on. Yeah, it definitely missed.
Definitely missed. Okay.
That ogre has shambled forwards. Blood, it's your turn. Everyone else has been
Blood-
electrocuted.
Oh. Blood feels a little bit sorry for that fact, given that she seems to have been the catalyst for it. But she's gonna run in and flurry of blows the ogre that is still standing.
Yep. That's just swung at Oma.
Yeah.
Off you go.
So that will be does 22 hit?
Yes, a 22 will indeed hit.
Nifty. So that can take 17 points of bludgeoning damage. The second roll is also.
Interestingly,
Yeah.
that looks like it took more bones out than you thought.
Oh,
Skeletons are weak to bludgeoning. Yes, of course.
love that. Well, 22 to hit again.
Yep. Cool, you definitely hit again.
11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
And then the final is 25 to hit
That will hit.
and 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
This ogre skeleton erupts into pieces.
Oh, fantastic. And then as my action, I am going to end Quivering Palm
Yes.
on Old Mate, so he has to make a
Zugu, yep.
con save.
26.
Unfortunately, that is enough. So blood is just going to blink back to a nice, safe distance away within range of Malice.
Yes, cool. Excellent. That makes it Zugu's turn. He's used his one chain lightning.
Oh, thank God. For everyone
Spells
else.
you got left in your bud.
You're not going to like my answer.
So many counter spells. How many counter spells has he got?
It's a big
I guess
deal.
as many as me.
Reactions.
these are?
The Lich casts Counterspell.
You can do it as a reaction?
Full
That's easy.
stop.
He is
Oh, right.
Okay, that's fine. We just got to burn a reaction.
Yeah, exactly right. You've got to fish a reaction out of
Yeah.
him before that happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so what he is going to do this turn is... let's go ahead and... Eldritch Burst. So he's
Ooh.
going to do some funky stuff with his fingers and start hurling magical energy out at Omar, because Omar's out the front. Does a 20 hit you?
It does.
What's the range on Holy Aura? Is he going to have disadvantage as well?
30 feet.
30 feet.
Only for melee attacks.
Okay, only for melee. So range attacks is fine. Go ahead and take 20 force damage.
Okay, is it? I don't think I've got anything for resisting magic. I'm a fighter. Yeah. So how many points was that? Sorry.
20 force
20.
damage. Yep.
Okay.
And then an 18 is going to miss you.
Bonk. It does.
Excellent. And then a 28 will hit you
Yes.
with his third attack. For 27 Eldritch Burst damage.
Okay. Gross.
Whoosh.
Ow.
But that is his turn. Malice, over to you.
Okay. Maintaining Holy Aura.
Oh man, I had the opportunity to give us all 23 temp HP.
Well, that's okay, because I'm going to cast Power Word Fortify,
Ooh.
Oh,
which
hey,
gives
Sounds fun.
everybody 120 temporary hit points.
Hey, much better.
Cool.
Oh.
Go ahead and make a con save. 'Cause I'm going to counterspell that one.
Okay.
Jesus. Oh, so you're using a reaction, you said?
I am using a reaction, almost as though I want to give the wizard a turn.
Okay, you
No,
can choose
no.
whether you want to give us
But
health
also,
or...
120 health. No, thank you, actually.
I rolled a 7, so that
Choice.
doesn't happen.
Spell counted,
Okay, but I don't burn the slot, which is nice.
which is nice.
That is nice. I do like that about it.
Still got a bonus action, so... Mass healing word again. Just 18 points of healing to everyone.
Oh, let's go.
I like heals.
Go, cleric.
It's my turn.
Perfect.
Do I have a bonus thing for heals? I thought I did, but
You've
I
got
don't
second
know.
wind.
Probably
but
do.
No, I
you
thought,
would
I
use
thought
that
I
on your
had,
turn.
Yeah,
Go,
I thought
go
I
to your
had one
features and
for-
traits. All
yeah,
your stuff will be in features and
It's
traits.
you
your
get-
turn as well, Omar, so you're up.
Oh, there you go.
when you're
Okay.
ready.
Yeah, give me a moment. I thought I had a thing which was like when you get healed, you get extra healed, but that might have been a different feat that I didn't take.
At the
Extra
start
attack
of
plus
each of your
shift.
turns, if you have less than 132 hit points, you regain 10 hit points.
Oh, I see. I see.
Wow,
Well, that
I always have less than 130.
yeah, no, that's not me.
Yay.
Oh, it's less than 132.
So if if your hit,
So when you're bloodied, basically.
yeah, less than half,
Yeah, survivor. That
you
was-
start
yeah.
healing up.
Okay. All right, cool. So that's not invoked yet, thank heavens. All right. Well, I'm gonna try and hit the guy.
Off you go. Yes. So you close the
Amazingly.
distance and you go to swing at him.
Yep. Alrighty. Let us take an attempt. Does 31 hit him?
31 will hit. Surprisingly.
Okay. Take 18.
Yep.
Yep. And then a natty 20 for a
That'll
total of
hit.
35.
No silvery barbs over here.
Hey, 23 for that one.
Yep.
Give him a 32 for a total of 17.
Yep.
Now, Lich he's not going to die even if I kill him. Because phylactery. 22
Will hit.
for a 15.
Cool. He's taken some damage.
Uh-huh.
I think you're muted, April, or we can't hear you.
Oh, no.
Hi,
Nope.
sorry, I turned my mic off. I was
Oh,
gonna say, will just take ages to reform even after you kill them, so it's okay.
Okay, alright.
Kicking a can down the road.
That's why our Pega Lich
Yeah, Pega
keeps
Lich
coming
keeps
back.
coming back.
Coming back,
Mhm.
yeah. Well, I mean, if I'm right here, I'm gonna action surge and see how much I can get on him and round
Fucking
one.
Go for
up.
it.
Yeah, so we'll do an action surge and then we'll go for another 4. Yeah, boy. 30
Hits.
Oh, shit.
for a 19. Does 20 hit him?
20 does.
Okay, cool. For 20 damage.
Yep.
17 for 32.
That'll hit.
And that's 18 damage.
Yep.
And 22 hits
22 will
him
hit.
for 18 damage.
Okie doke.
Bust, 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 bust. And that's all I got.
Cool. Oma, make a con save for me.
Con save.
With advantage.
With a legendary action. With
advantage? Alright,
Yep.
well I rolled it once and got a 17.
Even if
does
she's
that win?
outside 30 of you, because she's run off to hit the Lich.
Oh, okay.
Oh, how far away was he?
You said 40 feet, I think. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, does
So-
17 do it?
17 will not do it.
Ah.
So please go ahead and take 34 necrotic damage.
This is my
34,
bad.
yeah.
I actually meant to move just a bit closer so you could
He
run
smells
in,
bad.
and I forgot.
Whoops, hang on.
Mhm,
How
mhm.
much damage was that, sorry?
34 necrotic.
34, yeah.
As he kind of draws some energy out of you to mend some of the holes you've just fucking punched in him.
Yeah, yeah.
What
I
does he
think
look
that's
like as a
right
Lich?
HP now.
Does he look like Lichy? That's a stupid question.
Very
What am I-
stereotypically lichy. His
Okay, yeah, like skeleton.
skull, green eyes.
Does he still have the beard? Is he like a lich with facial hair?
He does still have the beard. It hangs long,
Yeah.
and the spell, the gnarled staff, is still in his hands.
Love
And
that.
despite the tattered, kind of decaying form, not unmuscled.
Oh,
Right, he still looks
Nice.
ripped. God
got that
damn it.
calcium.
Like
He's a hot
tattered
Got
musculature
those-
hanging off what's left of
Got
his
those
bones.
dense bones.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
country
Yeah.
strong. He's country
Mhm,
strong, we say.
mhm. Wilhelmina, it is your turn, unless Oma's got anything else to roll in with, but I think that was it, right?
Meteor swarm.
Meteor Swarm, off you go. I cannot stop it this time.
Nice.
Can, I mean, you have a legendary reaction, right? Can you not also just do a regular reaction?
Well, I've used the reaction to counterspell the heals.
Is legendary reaction not different from regular reaction? I'm not trying to help.
Legendary actions are different. Like I've got a set of legendary actions I can do, and
Oh,
none
I
of my
thought
legendary.
reaction. I thought there was a
No.
legendary reaction.
None of my legendary
Never mind.
actions are counterspell
Yeah.
this fucking wizard again.
You might be confusing it with
Okay.
legendary resistance, which some
Legendary
bosses
resistance,
have.
which you can do.
I can still do, yes.
I am going to cast Meteor Swarm, so same thing. Up in the
Good
air,
choice.
arms out, eyes glowing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would
Okay.
like to aim the meteors so that we don't get hit in the meteors. So
Yep,
they're going to be a
perfect.
little bit behind the Lich, so we're not in the 40-foot radius of each of the 4 meteors.
Yep.
So it's a deck save to dodge the meteor.
Dex save, you say. How
For
does
everything that's
a
in there.
25 grab you?
I mean, it's safe.
That is a dexterous fucking cadaver.
He's a dexterous Lich, but he still takes damage, so.
But he still takes damage, indeed.
So 20 20 d6 fire damage.
20d6, off you go.
That's a lot of 2s. 63
Uh.
points of fire damage halved.
So what's that? 33? No.
31.
And then 20
32.
points. 20 points of bludgeoning damage. I don't have the bludgeon button, so I'm just going to roll fire again as bludgeoning.
Yep.
A lot of ones. 71 points of bludgeoning damage. Halved.
Bonk.
Cool. Yep. He's not
That's
happy.
4 meteors. Just
He
go-
is. What was remaining of his impressive musculature has basically come off the skeleton at this point, and he is now just an angry
No.
skeleton.
No, what have I done?
Ah! You will
If
all
he's-
pay for this.
If he's a skeleton, he's gonna start standing like, yeah,
Yeah, right. Like, yeah.
Like Skeletor. All right, I
That's
float
what-
back
that's
down,
what-
and that's me.
That's what skeletons
As
sound like.
traditional.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
going to use another legendary action to deathly teleport.
Hey.
So he disappears from in front of you, Omar, and you take 12 necrotic damage for the privilege
Ow,
of watching him
you pop.
disappear.
Rude.
Oh my god.
He appears 60 feet away from the tent.
Back.
Yeah, back, away from you guys.
What
Towards
the fuck's
the
he doing?
terrace.
Is he running or is he casting something?
What a good
And he's
question.
making some distance so that I can't bust him again.
It is, however, at this point, just as Blood is about to attack again,
Mhm.
that behind Zugu, the twisted, foul lich, you see a shape in tarnished golden armor.
How's the Tarask going?
Don't
Preparing
bring that up, because
strike.
that's behind us. Because that's behind us.
You would have to turn around at this point.
Right,
mean, you
I'm
can
not
if you
doing
want.
it. No, thanks.
I don't want. I
Please,
don't want
turn your
know
back to
what's
my
going
lich.
on.
The Golden Paladin is about to be
Have a moment.
epic.
So she
Well,
is,
either that
she
or
is
get Joss
poised
Whedon.
to strike
Oh, yeah,
at some
she's-
point, but you guys will all get a turn before that. Zugu is now 60 feet further away than he was before, so he's probably just outside of melee range for everyone.
What about someone
Says
with 60
you.
feet?
60 feet of movement, but you were more than 5 feet away from him at the
This
start
is
of his
true.
turn. Mm.
I'm sorry, I don't
Sure, a
have
monk could
Misty
get over
Step
there
or
anyway.
teleport or door.
I guess Blood will
But
run
you
over.
can bonus
dash.
action
Yeah.
dash?
Oh yeah.
I can bonus
you're a monk.
action. I can action dash or bonus action dash. I think I
You're a monk. You
will.
can do lots of movement shit.
Yeah,
You
I
can
think I
probably
will.
take
Pretty sure a monk goes
Action-
everywhere.
But you probably can't blink away at
dash.
that point because you'll be out of
No,
actions
I
by the
can't.
time you get there.
Yeah, that's fine. I will run and then dash the rest of the way to him as an action, and then I'll bonus action flurry
Okay, off you go.
because it does way more damage. Theoretically, 30 to hit. And
Yes, I can't stop that.
9 bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
27 to hit.
Yep.
And 9 again. And then 25 to hit.
Still can't do anything about that, so off you go.
Excellent. And that is 16 points of bludgeoning
Ow.
damage. And then I guess she'll just stand there and take whatever happens next.
Which it is Zugu's turn next. What's he going to do? All right. He is going to point a bony finger at Blood, who has become a thorn in his side. Blood,
What's
please
up?
make a con save.
How far does counterspell go?
15.
60 foot on a counterspell, and you will be more than 60
far-
feet away from me now.
I am still more than 60 foot away. Well, I love you, Blood.
Thank you for the attempt. Yeah, 15.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh god, that sounds like a lot of dice.
That's a number.
Mm-hmm. That may not be
56
a power
necrotic
word
damage,
kill.
please.
Oh!
56,
As he
which
points
I'm
a finger
currently...
of death at you.
I'm resistant to necrotic damage currently, so is that half?
So half of that then.
What's half of 56? 20 something?
28?
25 plus 3.
28.
Wait a minute. Did you roll con save with advantage?
She won't be within 30 feet of you at that point.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
I
within 30 feet,
ran-
no.
I ran
She's dashed
way off.
forwards to yeah.
Ran so far away.
Cool beans.
Is it,
She will wince
Thank you.
slightly.
Cool. And that is his turn. So Malice, it is your turn.
Okay. Malice is going to move 30 feet closer.
Yep.
To the Lich, and is going to cast Switcheroo.
Well, that's a fun spell.
What kind of goofy ass?
It's from Heliana's Guide to Monster Hunting,
Yes.
Part 1. So a charisma saving throw from the Lich, please.
Charisma
Ooh,
save, you
charismatic
say?
is
Does he
lit.
have? Yeah.
How charismatic is
Would
this
you believe
dwarf?
not a ton? He's also
warm,
rolled a 2 for a
ugly,
total of
motherfucker.
5.
Okay.
Jesus.
The save was 22. So
Okay.
Malice and the Lich swap places.
Cool.
So the Lich is now between... I think the Lich is now between Blood and the rest of the party. And so we're sort of... the Lich is surrounded now,
You have now
effectively.
considered. Yes, correct.
Yeah,
he's
got a
Zugu is
picture.
now rather frustratingly surrounded and is not particularly happy about any of that.
I thought the switcheroo was going to be like a HP swap thing. We did that to a boss in Atolia once because they accidentally did not turn off PvP, and so a whole bunch of dudes with 3,000 HP swapped for the 20,000 that he had.
Oof.
That didn't go as they expected.
Is, however, going to use his last legendary action to deathly teleport again, and appear downrange towards Blood and Malice because your turns are over at this point. He's trying to get away from Omar, who has a big fucking sword.
Yep.
And whose turn it is now.
Well, the thing is, didn't he teleport away after I bounced him, and then he got switched, and now he's teleported back?
No, he teleported
Oh.
away again.
I'm struggling with the
Yeah.
layout
So
of where
if
we
we
all are.
start
Can someone
where
draw me a
you were
picture?
you were basically within 5 feet of him.
I
He's
was
gone
face to base
60
with him.
away.
And he went 60. Yeah.
Malice has closed the distance, which was 30 feet. So Malice is then kind of shoulder to shoulder with you.
Yeah.
Then switched.
So
And then
Malice
I've
is far
teleported away again, so I'm the same distance away that I was before, but now Malice is over that way too. Basically.
Right, so he's teleported back towards Malice from
Yes.
where all the rest of us are.
The only question
Yes,
is, could the Lich's teleport be counterspelled?
If it's
Not
an
a
inherent
spell.
ability, I don't believe
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
Because you can only counterspell
No,
cast
counterspell
spells,
spell. Yeah.
to my knowledge.
And he's not dropping within 5 feet of Malice, as a heads up. He is dropping, like, slightly off.
Closer to us, or
No, still that same sort of line, but...
I think
Because you only speed 30, right?
Yeah, I think he's running away.
Would you believe the
He's
Lich
running
doesn't
away.
like having been ganged up on by 4 level 20s and is trying to escape?
5 level 20s.
Bitch.
It's true.
Lich
Well, he
bitch.
thinks 4, right? He's, as far as he's aware,
Yeah,
Joreeve's dead.
that's true.
He hasn't seen a damn thing.
Guy's gonna get learned.
With a +3 hammer.
With a +3 hammer, yeah.
With a good smite, because they're a paladin too. Hell yeah. That's it. What do?
You got any javelins or anything?
Alrighty,
We huck a
whose
bunch of
turn is
them.
it?
It's yours.
Mine. I do got javelins.
Alright.
I don't know how to javelin though.
You chuck
So
it.
if you move 30, you'll be at your short range, which means that you won't have disadvantage when you huck a javelin at him.
Go to your inventory and just
Yeah.
equip the flail. It'll then turn up in your actions tab.
By the flail, you
And
mean the javelin?
javelins, yeah.
That's what I meant. Thank you.
Yeah.
Flail, javelins.
I
I knew
was
what you meant.
I was 80% helpful, and you made up the rest.
Yeah, no, I knew
Yeah,
what
correct.
you meant. Okay, all right. So I move and shoot.
Cool. Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Throw.
Oh, that's awful. 17.
17 will miss. Goes
Yeah,
through
I told
a
you.
Not
I
bad.
told you I don't know how to javelin.
hole in his
So
tattered robes,
but I can
and he
do that.
stares
But I
at
can
you
do that 4
indignantly.
times, right?
You
How many
can do it
javelins
4
have I
times.
got?
You've got 8.
I've got 8. Cool. Cool.
A
cool,
suspiciously
cool.
similar number to what you have attacks if you action search.
Yes.
Huck them all in one turn.
18 doesn't hit
Will
either,
miss.
does it?
Mhm.
No.
Don't ask where the 8 javelins came from.
I'm so bad at javelin. 15. These are
Will also miss.
nasty. Yeah. 26 will hit him though.
26 will indeed hit me.
Get that, you crumbly bastard. 11. Do I want to do my other action surge? No, not for this shit.
You've already thrown
Not for the javelins?
4 javelins
Yeah.
in 6 seconds.
That's a lot of spin. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of... No, okay, that's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
It is Wilhelmina's turn.
And sorry, how far away is he again? 30.
So he teleported 60 away from Omar, and you're behind Omar by however far you were. So Omar's moved. So he's probably about 90-ish away from you, 90 to 100 away from you at this point.
Okay, let me just check the distance.
1 mile.
150 feet. Fabulous.
Yeah, so you're okay. Yeah.
Okay. And a 60-foot radius sphere centered on a point and choose within range. Okay.
I don't like this. We've got 2 Xanacan playing in the background.
I shall cast. Please make a con saving throw.
Why don't you make one first? Because I haven't used my reaction this turn.
Oh, you rat bastard. I get an advantage.
You do get advantage because you'll be near.
rolled
Oh no,
two
Malice has
15s.
dropped way forwards now too.
I got it 16.
Cool.
Probably not enough.
Apologies, it will fizzle.
What level counterspell? Oh, these are legendary counterspells, aren't they? Big fancy
Yeah.
counterspell.
And it doesn't actually give you the level carve out anymore.
That's fine. Well, oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, just changing everything, aren't they?
They are. Counterspell is weird.
That's
It's
all right.
wildly different.
It was sunburst. It wasn't that scary.
Okay. Well, that's all
That
right
is my turn. I will walk. Am I within 30 feet of Balance?
Malice is now like 60 or like 90 feet away from you.
Oh
Because
shit!
she switcherooed with
How far away is Omar?
Zugu. About 30, probably closer to 40.
30 feet. Okay, I will use my 30 feet to go towards Omar.
Yep, cool. Easy.
And that is me.
And that is you. Blood, it will be your turn next, but just before that, a shape pounces from behind Zugu where he's really not looking and lands a +3 Warhammer square into his back with the full force of an angry god and an even angrier woman who has been killed, brought back, and now has a score to settle. Zugu is slammed quite significantly. Let me roll some dice and figure out exactly how much. What's the damage on a Warhammer?
+3 Warhammer? What's that?
Like, what die am I rolling? Is it a 10 or a 12?
I'll just re-equip
Let me
it so I can see
throw-
what it says.
Yeah, equip a Warhammer, yeah.
1d, if it's two-handed, 1d10.
10. Cool. Easy. Okay, we have smashed him in the back for a non-zero amount of damage, and all of the kind of magic seems to drain from him. He's still here, he's still alive, but a lot of the fight has just gone out of him as a giant hammer has swung into his shoulder blades. And Blood, it is your turn. And you're not terribly far away anymore.
Yeah, Blood is gonna. Can I run to him or do I have to dash as well?
No, you can absolutely make it with 60 feet of movement at this point.
Cool. She is gonna run up and swing her quarterstaff
Perfect.
for 25.
What is with you and 25?
I don't know,
Just a
it's
24 one
going-
time, because then I could
it's going
shield
great.
and not take the hit. But 25 will still hit even if I do shield. So, done?
Got a really good lot of plus everythings.
You do, it's true.
13 damage.
Blood, how would you like to end this Lich?
I would like to fully just whap his head clean off. I wanna
Yes,
do a
perfect.
really great swing and it's just gonna sail over the sea of zombies.
It does
Or whoever's
exactly
around.
that. And as the head sails over, the light in the eyes dies and fades to nothing, and the zombies start to crumble and disintegrate, basically following it like the wake of a ship or something like that, as they all just kind of fall into rotted nothingness.
So as the zombies
Nice.
crumble, how's the Tarask
The
looking?
Tarrasque.
Is the Tarrasque gonna
you all
eat his
turn
head?
around to the sound of a victorious roar off in the distance, as almost like it's emerging from the water, just floods of zombie bodies are now just falling off of this Tarrasque in the background, and it looks with
Godzilla's
hungry
fire.
eyes upon the Golden Keep and all of the people living therein. And that is where we're going to end our adventure. Congratulations, you killed the Lich.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah, the next adventure has been written for me. It's great.
Yeah,
I love
fun
it.
What if
Tarrasque.
it's Taras Glitch? That'd be fun.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Taras
Yeah,
Glitch.
see, I already thought we were going to get the blimp Tarrasque, but I guess we did sort of get the blimp, didn't we?
We did.
We did get the blimp
troll summoned the
Tarrasque.
blimp.
Just dropped
Yeah.
off
He
in a
didn't stay
blimp.
on the blimp, yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. Fantasy blimp.
Tarrasque
yes.
deliveries.
Thank
Maybe
you all
that's
for
what
playing.
scrolls. Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Doug.
That-
It's been a pleasure.
That was
That
tremendous
was
fun.
It was
Yes.
great,
Very fun.
Doug. Yay.
Tremendous is a good word for that
Thank
shit.
you.
That was
I'm
a good one.
still suspicious that we're missing a pun somewhere. I'm sure I'll find it.
I don't.
Would you believe
yeah.
you're really not? I did no puns this time around. I tried to go
You gave it a
outside my
pun
comfort
check.
zone. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose you're subverting expectations to keep
And
us on
yet
our
I still
toes.
wrote a gaslighting adventure where I expect you to remember shit. So, you know.
Yeah.
And you made us do homework that didn't come into play.
Well, yes, if you weren't
Well,
paying
yeah, 'cause you
attention,
kept
it would have come into
reviving.
play. But yes.
Yeah, love it.
Thank you for doing the homework though, because it meant that you were all attached to Delatra Jory for most of the adventure, which was good.
Yeah.
And weren't
Look,
just like, oh well,
I babysat her. That was
Yeah.
my thing.
nice.
Oh, we were in the
Aw.
same gardening club.
Ah.
Aw, we
Um,
did morning meditations.
Oh my god, we all did grandmas.
We
And
really
she-
were just her grandmas.
She was trying to make my character less risk adverse and took them to a carnival. And eventually, when Malice refused, Malice just kept saying, "No, I'm not going on the rides. Not doing that. Not doing this. That's all silly." Eventually, Delatra convinced Malice to try the Lucky Dip. At which point, Malice
Bless.
pulled out a scroll of summon Tarask, which the Carney was furious about.
very-
Had no idea how it got in there, but
Yeah, what a dangerous lucky dip.
the
I
Carney
was gonna
was
say that's a little bit like Zelda. Hey, little kid, do you want some bombs?
Carney was magically honor bound to honor the pool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Honor
Okay.
the dip. Honor the
Yep.
dip.
Mhm.
Malice and Delatra spent the rest of the night just speculating on fun ways just to use a Tarask, which is why when
Well,
it
that's-
happened,
Even
Mhm.
better.
She had it in mind. Yeah.
It worked out.
Emotional
That's very
payoff.
cool.
Yeah.
I am a little disappointed that I forgot that I had the Horn of Valhalla because I could have rushed the Lich with a whole
Yes,
bunch of Vikings.
summoned some
would've been fun.
Vikings. Yes. Also
But
fun.
that's okay
Vikings
because I
v
busted the
zombies.
shit out. Yeah.
Next time. When you've got to
Be-
clear the
be
Tarask,
Paris.
you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I never brought out my wish spell, but that was very
Yeah.
much a last ditch
Mhm.
Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right then. What's the time?
All right.
Cool.
Thank you,
10:30. I better go
everyone.
It's
to bed.
perfect timing. Yeah.
Thank you for watching at home. We will be back in a week's time with a continuation of our regular AntipoDnD campaign. Our heroes
Oi.
on the trail of Drench's lost parents, who he didn't even know existed until quite recently, but he is now vowed to save from probable slavery.
Yeah, probably that's where they are.
So thank you for watching. We'll see you then. Bye.